we begin. And now the forces of evil have won, yet again, because we're all still alive making this movie. This time, we're joined by 3 people. Each of their names has a D in it, so you know they mean business. First up, we got the one, the only, Darksignal.
Good day.
I love that guy.
And then we got Dread Loser.
Hi, faggots.
And then we got Dachios.
Hi, guys.
These 3 people are quite cool, so that's why they're here. If they weren't cool, well, I wouldn't have met them. And that means they wouldn't even exist. We're going to be working on the medical sector, answering questions, doing the usual spiel, and I hope you guys enjoy your time here. We're going to that new...
You dropped something?
No, my keyboard's just a piece of shit.
Oh, that sucks.
See, I'm an American, so my hardware has to be worse than everyone else's.
Oh, totally. Definitely.
I think Darksignal has certain woes when it comes to his hardware as well.
I beg to differ.
Oh my. Well, maybe you're just lucky. Most Americans have to deal with their shit falling apart.
I have... Oh yeah, did I tell you? I found out that my site has a new type of error.
Really?
Out of nowhere, the canvas will randomly have 20,000 errors and then immediately crash my computer.
I hope it causes you great stress and anxiety.
No, I found out there's recovery. I just thought it was fucking wacky. I'm just sitting there.
Wacky?
Something and like... Oh. Immediately shoots to 25,000 errors and then crashes my computer.
Happy to know I'm not the only one having to put up with random shit breaking all the time.
No, it's gonna be so fun. We can be complete fucking crash besties.
A computer is perfectly reliable until the moment you switch it on.
Exactly.
I would say that's probably true for a lot of things. So don't think you're too smart saying that. Fucking auto recovery stopping me in the middle of my work. The thing is, if I turn it off, then it's going to crash intentionally at the worst possible time to maximize suffering to myself and others. You have to treat Flash like it's some kind of fucking murderous prison inmate that'll stab you the second you give him any levity.
Or an infant that will walk into the fucking highway as soon as you turn your back.
Basically. I mean, the memory leaks functionally act as that. I mean, Christ. Ever try to work with a program that's actively fighting you? Most people don't. During all this Darksignal, keep your eyes on the chat and pick out any questions you think are appropriate. But if someone asks where I live or my IP address,
Nobody's asked that yet.
Thank God.
Now you're gonna prompt people to fucking ask you, you goofball.
I hope they ask it so I can go and attack them violently in their sleep. Gives me a good excuse, you know? Alright.
I think you're kind of a goober.
I mean, I have to be in the madness community.
Not the goober bad things.
I'm just happy to be near the end of the medical sector because I've been working on the medical sector for a whole 2 days. Actually, a lot longer than that. But it's mostly because the further we get along, the more fun shit shows up. Like, Duding Darn's character shows up in a little bit.
So goofy. I found out that I had the protective seal on this thing the entire time.
Along with his assistant.
His assistant, a certain character from a certain D-Jenner animation. Because I love D-Jenner so much. He's actually, I meme D-Jenner a lot, but he actually means a lot to me because he was a huge inspiration when I first started animating. Like, when I started out, I was using his sheets as a sprite base instead of Crinkles back in 2016. Just as an idea. Alright. So I think I'm going to have him lurch forward and with this, his backhand, kind of do a gesture that picks up the rest of these bodies. Doing electricity...
It looks like he's plucking them up.
Hmm?
Make it look like he's plucking them up, like a plucking motion. That seems fucking cool.
No, I'm gonna make it so boring and slow that people just grab NyQuil as soon as this part comes on.
They just stop watching.
Oh yeah, I'll show a little bit of this scene. So we got this Kamamo, who's like, yeah, I'm so cool with my ballistic machete. Wait, where the fuck did he... Oh, there he is. He thinks he's so cool because he has a machete, and if he pulls the trigger on it, it goes chink and fires, and then you can actually spawn a new blade by pulling the trigger again, and you can make infinite swords. And he tries using it on this sleepwalker, and he's like, oh, I'll just do exactly what I did all over again because it worked last time. It goes chink, and then and nails him right in the chest.
Look at your back, my eyes are fucking hurting.
Good. You know what it's like to have a pollen allergy. You will suffer and scream.
Appreciate those Swedish ground effects.
I need more effects. More. Well, actually, the scene already lags enough as it is. I can't wait when I go and do the art pass here with all the glows and the shading, how much it's gonna fucking crawl. I won't be surprised if playback doesn't even work at that point. It just freezes my computer and starts randomly deleting files. Flash actually did do that once. It just like randomly deleted an autosave I made of a file. That was back in the jailbreak days though. Good news. Is that guy up there? Okay, good. Yeah, I'll probably have him like kind of lurch forward and then bend his wrist upward as he's like a cascade of electricity runs across here and it picks up all these bodies. Let me just check something real quick. And let me start the music. Goodness. SM28 thinks he's being a sly little bastard in the chat. Let me fucking tell you. Once I get my hands on him, I'm gonna not do anything even remotely dangerous.
Syntrix is also there.
Syntrix is a very cool guy. He's done so many good sound effects to the point where God himself can't hear because he doesn't want to acknowledge someone else did the job better than him. It's true. I said it, so it's right. That's just how it works.
Shit, Poke's away. He might be appearing in this room.
Poke. Let's drag him in here and start beating him up in a cyclical fashion.
What's wrong right now?
Hmm.
I think it's already Monday over there.
Monday. It's Monday right now, so it's Monday everywhere else because we're in the United fucking States of America.
No, today's Sunday, you fucking loony.
We're American. We're number one. So fuck you.
I think you're a little fucking crazy in the head.
Working on this movie for so long has driven me to a point where I can never return.
Your gray matter is a weird color, buddy.
My gray matter is probably like purple at this rate.
You should get that shit checked.
Okay, I'm gonna swap the hand there.
Well, I'm gonna start working on Mr. Mysterious Man.
Mysterious. Let me know when you want me to start streaming your screen.
Yeah, let me get this shit all set up. I'll do so. Star Pack might also be in the feed.
We got a question from Neezy No Real.
Alright.
He acknowledges that it might be a stupid question, but is asking if there's going to be more stuff for the N51 in this animation.
Of course. N51, most of the toys are shown off in the residential sector, but as the film goes on, you see a couple of different units and a couple of different vehicles. So after medical, we return back to residential and commercial, and you see these sectors being occupied by ammo and N51, and there you get to see a lot more of their utility and support units when they're not on the front lines. So you're going to see a lot more toys over there.
And how about anything in relation to their background or their story?
You'll get a couple. There's already like a hint that it's in the unfinished residential sector scene I showed off in the first stream. There's a detail somewhere in there in the background that can say a lot about their origins. But I'm not going to say it outright because you have to use your brains and your eyeballs together to find something. Camo will also get a bit more about their origin as the film goes on. It's like a drip feed throughout like little background details and hints.
Liam Poil asks, will there be any Zionic Madness references in Max 2?
Yes, there will be in the commercial sector. Now, while Sonic Madness is not canon to this universe and its characters don't show up like as characters, Sonic Madness does exist in some form. And it will be featured to an extent. Because Sonic Madness, to me, was like the first real huge fan animation series. Like, Maximum Ninja came first, and that was really good, but Sonic was like the first fan series that just like blew everyone else out of the water at the time with the sheer amount of custom assets. I mean, it's really messy, but at the same time it's such a labor of love to this bizarre form of madness that I have to appreciate it just as it is.
How long ago was that?
Sonic Madness came out like a decade ago.
God damn.
Yeah, I feel old. I remember watching them back in middle school. Because, as you know, Jsoull is in his early 20s, so that means I'm an old man.
Get in your fucking wheelchair and go back in the retirement home.
I'm all wrinkly. I could probably pass for an old man if I put on some, like, wrinkle makeup.
I guess you really do look like a fucking Sphinx cat then.
I'll sneak into retirement homes and steal people's pensions.
That's just mean.
Yeah, that's a
Jeremotus asks, did you watch Madness Mini?
Yes, I remember watching that too, and I think the last episode was like 4, and the deputy guy gets crushed by a building or something and turns into a ghost and fights the sheriff. It was weird, but I loved it.
Actually, they left off on Madness Mini 5.
Fuck!
There was a 5th.
Oh my god.
Yes, Darksignal?
The sheriff came back as a Zed, and he had a bunch of Zed goons guarding his new fortress.
That motherfucker.
My favorite character, my favorite set of characters in that entire series were the Smith twins. They were paired as they were depicted as a bunch of idiots, but they got work done in the 5th episode.
Good. I think Madness, I liked a lot of the earlier Madness contributions because they felt like more they're just trying to like have small extensions off the existing universe rather than just trying to do their own thing. But I like them both. I mean, Madness has obviously changed a lot since like 2008. Now people go for a lot more originality overall, and they use Madness, like this style and composition, as like a base to make their own story off of, which I think is a lot better overall for creativity's sake and for originality, because you end up getting a lot more crazy shit. And you know, I love crazy shit. I like looking out my window and seeing people set each other on fire.
Speaking of crazy shit, at the end of Madness Mini 5, the spoiler alert.
Spoiler for a 20-year-old cartoon.
Yep. The sheriff and the protagonist were having a massive brawl, which ended up with half of them with the protagonist becoming a ghost. But then, out of nowhere, the deputy shows up, even though he was supposed to be gone for good. And then it just kind of ended there.
Yeah, so I remembered 4 as 5, I see.
Dude, I waited forever for a conclusion to that thing.
And we never got it. We never got it forever and ever.
Just like Maximum Ninja 4.
Well, actually, Mad Yellow for a while was working on that. He was making some decent strides, and then Maximum Ninja became a collab. And then both of them died. Mad Yellow got kidnapped by some Puerto Ricans, and we never heard of him since. Actually, they did ship me his ear in like a small box last month. So, a good sign.
Hey,
What?
you wanted the fucking slanted eye or not? Goofball.
Well, I mean, the eye's slanted no matter what, but the difference is if there's a pupil in the middle or if it's just like a visor.
I know, except you want it to be like that fucking... You sent me to the reps and you never specified which one you wanted.
1 minute.
Okay.
I'd say just go with whatever one looks best or you think would work best. I mean, if it's the visor shape itself is identical no matter what. It just comes down to if we're just gonna have a pupil on it or if it's gonna be solid. So you can just draw it the same way and we can change it later if it looks like shit.
Okay, you're very particular on the
I'm very particular. That's why I like wrapping my hands around someone's throat and fucking squeezing till I hear a snap.
If you don't do that one more time.
There's a difference between choking and strangling.
Both at the same time. Choke with one hand, strangle with the other.
I think you're just fucking crazy. I think we need to get you in a fucking movie then.
I'm not insane. They're the ones who are insane. I say that with a sincere smile.
Of course you do.
Oh yeah, quick question to the stream actually. Is the music at a good volume? Does it need to be higher, lower? Do you hate the music? Tell me everything so I can write down your home address. That'll really help later. Cyanax asks me, yeah, I just saw it. Do you draw your sprites? Sorry, do you draw you sprites? Yes. I get a lot of help from other people though when it comes to doing like angles though. Because it saves me a lot of time. Like this guy, me and LK worked on him. LK Gross, again, he was here I think last stream. He's a god. He is a god at sprites. He's the best, coolest person ever. And he saved me like months of work on this movie. The film is the film's past the halfway point because of him. I'll say that. He saved me. He saved me that much work.
Autumn asks, will there be dogfights in Maxification? And by that, I'm pretty sure he means plane-to-plane combat.
Oh, I make sure to have dogfights between N51 and Nexus. Nexus is gonna have robot dogs. N51 has Dobermans.
That's a different
That's not what I meant.
I know I'm fucking around. How about use your brain and understand what a joke is, you fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, except you answer so seriously.
Anyway, so
Farty.
there will be aircraft, plenty of it. For dogfights, kind of, yeah, especially with what happens later, but it might not be between another plane and another plane. It might be between a plane and another flying object. So yes, there will be plenty of aircraft action. There'll even be a scene where someone gets thrown in front of a helicopter and they get turned into a nice red mist in front of their wives and children.
Hey,
Chris the Squid asks, favorite Madness music track besides MC10? So in other words, what is your favorite runner-up?
Okay, and does it have to be a treasure track?
Well, he simply said Madness, so I don't think it matters.
Okay, well, yeah, I guess, yeah, baseline series. Shit. It'd probably be 9. 9 or 7. I really like 7's beats, but it does get repetitive as it goes on because it doesn't have variation. I think 9 is better, objectively, because it has so much more to it. So yeah, 9 is my second favorite. And my third would be a tie between 7 and 6.5, probably.
Hey, I'm gonna send you a draft of this base, and I want you to tell me how it looks before I go live and start working on this shit proper.
Sure.
Okay, thank you. There you go. Yentrix asks me in DMs, why you all sound like you're wearing spacesuits?
Oh, like our voices are muffled?
Yes.
Well, your voice does sound muffled on mine, so I don't think that's a stream thing.
Oh no, that's just me having a shitty mic. He said it's not only me.
So I guess I sound like shit. Makes sense because I'm an American. One moment. Now, I think that looks good, but I think the jaw is a bit too square.
Wah, you fucking showed it on stream.
No, I showed it on our stream, not the stream that people are actually seeing, you fucking
Okay,
dummy.
thank God, I was about to fucking...
You think my Discord screen share is what I'm sharing? I think you're the one who has a brain aneurysm that's unchecked. That'd be like if you wanted to drive to work and you decided to cut your brake line in your car.
I don't know where that is.
Anyway.
Easy No Ryu asks, how long is the animation so far?
It's over 20 minutes now. I haven't checked in the video editor recently because I've just been animating for like the last couple weeks. It's probably like 22, 23 minutes.
Okay, so you want me to smooth out his jaw, right?
Add more of a curve to it instead of it being so square.
Okay.
But don't make it like he has a big smile. Just make it so it looks less like a brick.
Okay.
And then when this guy's seen with Dr. Red, people are gonna be like, "No, please, Jsoull, don't do it." And then they start grabbing their forks and knives, and then they do things I can't describe on stream. But know that it is violent.
You can't describe it on stream, but you can chant black people at the top of your lungs while clapping.
Yeah.
Alright.
He hasn't done that yet.
He hasn't? In the fucking 3 streams? Nah, you're kidding. I know he has at least once.
I showed that drawing you did where it's Abaddon saying black people, but that's a reference to that awful SpongeBob
Never done it
parody.
on stream.
No, that's a reference to that awful SpongeBob parody from like 2004 or 2005. That was one of the first things I ever saw on YouTube. I just looked up SpongeBob when I was a little kid, and that's the first thing I saw. That's why I grew up with such a potty mouth.
Don't run away from your feelings.
I cannot recite half the lines in that because they're so vulgar. But it is bad. And it's really fucking funny. But it's mostly funny based on the context of you having seen it as a child. So if you don't have a childhood, you're not going to like it.
Cyanix asks, how long do you spend animating averagely? Those are his exact words.
I mean, I need more context. Like, you mean like in a day, in a week? Or like what I try to aim for, how much progress in a day?
I think he means in general.
I mean, I try to animate at least a couple hours a day. I take breaks when I need them to like eat, shit, sleep, go get groceries, train my chickens to attack innocent women and children. Yeah, the chickens have been going pretty well, by the way. They actually know how to aim for people's eyes now. So I'm really proud of them.
Can I have like torn fucking muscle stuff?
Torn muscles? Well, I mean, if they're in the medical sector, you shouldn't have any exposed muscle. Dr. Red would be like, that's not good for representing our brand in Nexus technology, you know? You're gonna look like a fucking idiot.
You sound so fucking crazy, words cannot describe.
Good.
Speaking of technology, Autumn asks, do you have any ideas to do something in space, like some kind of satellite or lunar space base?
Nevada doesn't really have space given how it's oriented. So I can't do that. There is some
The farther out you go, the weirder it gets.
There is some like really wacky technology shit that happens later that some people here know about, but I'd rather not say. It doesn't go to space though. There is no space.
I'm gonna go with some nasty fucking forehead veins to show just how angry he is, because he looks really pissed off.
Grr. I'm gonna pop his vein with a pin needle and see the blood spray at such a velocity it carves through metal.
Wow, you're nasty.
I have severe problems.
Projecting your lifeless body all the way to Phoenix!
No. I suppose the music is on an okay volume then.
Alright, I'm gonna start streaming this game.
How do you know that I'm gonna share your screen yet?
No, I'm just saying I'm offering.
Offering. I'll show yours in a bit when I'm done doing
My
it.
boyfriend just said, why is he so violent? My coworkers can hear him.
Why are you streaming me at work? I'm gonna make sure you get fired!
No, he's watching it. He always watches my streams whenever I go live. He's so sweet.
I'll make sure he's anything but when I'm done with him.
Oh, shut up.
Okay, I gotta start.
Atomic Lemonic asks, will there be anything in the other place?
Yes. There will be a lot of other place stuff laid into the movie. Don't worry about that. The latter half, like the final battle in the movie, takes place like almost entirely in the other place. So you'll get plenty of action there.
I don't know if you've shown Dr. Red on screen, but I tried to cut out as much of him as I could, by the way.
Actually, I think I'll start this a lot later. Right there. Okay, so Dark, I'm gonna have the electricity arc out from his hand, pick up this body, and I guess pick up the golem, right?
Why don't you explain to our audience what this fella is?
Oh yeah, so he's supposed to be a prototype or test type of a next generation of Sleepwalker, where instead of just being able to revive themselves, they're able to revive any bodies around them and even pick up inanimate objects using electricity and psionic power. So it's just further expanding Sleepwalkers into a whole new forte of combat flexibility. Because now they don't even need to pick up weapons. They can use their minds to pick up guns to fire for them, or grab someone's brain and crush it in their fucking fists! Without even having to touch it. They're also blue because it's a nice, pleasant color, and it's a slight reference to improbability energy from the early Madness series.
And it's also a good reference to dissonance in the new series.
Yes, it's like me acknowledging a different type of energy without it really being dissonance.
Just they're kind of one and the same.
I mean, yeah, but it comes down to how they're shown off. Dissonance is displayed more as like magic, versus improbability, which is more like directly coding reality.
It's not really described as just magic.
I know, but like like I kind of see it treated as magic for like how people cast spells with it, like Crackpot. Like he literally casts spells and fire bolts like out of D&D.
Well, that's actually I don't think that's what he's using, because Crackpot is basically just like a magician.
Well, yeah, he's a magician and he's using magic.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean it's specifically dissonance. You're not seeing. He doesn't have the dissonance effects to his attacks.
Well, that could be for balancing reasons.
Dissonance is a much deeper color.
I guess, but it's definitely associated with dissonance. It's some sort of magic power. It's not like he's using fireworks.
I mean,
Can I give
it might
him
be.
some fucking bionics on his hands?
Yeah, sure. You can give him a robot hand. Give him a robot dick. Okay, don't do that.
Dude, we're on stream. I can't do that here.
Good.
Come on.
I'll get you banned, and you'll never stream ever again.
I'm gonna beat
You
you
say
up.
that like you wanted to draw it.
I don't, but I find it really funny.
You have to be careful with these sort of things, because one time I woke up and I realized I was missing my toes.
Do you have a really specific weapon? Because I noticed he has a few swords.
No, you don't have to give him a weapon. He's going to be unarmed when he's in the lab.
Okay, just
He's going to be busy mostly picking up bodies and throwing them back in the resurrecting machine.
Alright.
And there's going to be one guy who slips on a banana peel and that's it. Actually, that happens in the residential sector. There's going to be a wet floor sign. Some OC runs over it, slips, cracks his head, and then he dies.
Straight out of cleanification.
Exactly.
That's the thing.
And there's going to be one guy who gets a paper cut and then falls over and has a heart attack. But, yeah, Dissonance, Dark, you'll never be able to convince me that it's not more magic-like, because I never saw someone casting a magic spell with improbability.
What about Jeb?
I didn't really see that as improbability. At least it wasn't...
MCA.
Yeah, I know, he used, like, Nexus... Like, it was called Nexus Bull in Project Nexus 1, but I didn't see that as being inherently improbability, just like some sort of other energy.
I mean, it has the same effect even in MCA.
Yeah, but
Way
I
it
can...
dissolves people.
Yeah, but I can debate that that's more just because Crinkles wanted to keep to using similar looking effects for Madness because he was just still using red at the time instead of purple. I'd say it could go either way. I'm not going to dig into the mind of a man from 20 years ago when he was making a cartoon about penis people shooting each other.
He's Dr. Red's fucking bionic hand. I'm looking at the rec he's sent and he doesn't have his fucking bionic hand.
Scream and cry.
No, like I'm seriously asking. Does he not have it in this?
I guess not. Actually, I think he does, but I just didn't add it yet.
Okay, I was just making sure because I was thinking, you know, I'd give him a bionic hand on the opposite.
Scream and cry, cry,
Or
cry,
anything. Make it be like that. I've matched a bionic hand. Why are you turning into a creature?
Why did I put my hands around someone's... Yeah, as if I'm not already a fucking monster. You know how many people I've... Okay, I'm not going to explain that on stream.
What, are you gonna get fucking arrested?
Yeah, I might. Actually,
Worse.
if I haven't been arrested already, I'm not going to be.
So what, are you just gonna leak all your secrets? You're gonna tell us where you fucking buried the bodies?
I'll tell you that later.
Alright. What is that, the payment for this one? Tell me where the dead bodies are.
I'll show you dead bodies. Actually, make that,
Perfect.
I think I had 75 for the other ones.
How's he looking so far?
purple.
Purple's my favorite drink. Purple's my favorite color. No, not
This
that
is
one.
half bad.
This is bad.
So Jsoull, how's he looking?
Give me a fucking minute. Some other loser just sent me an image of like an egg and then some weird femboy shit. I'm gonna fucking castrate him.
I get you. I bet.
You know what? That actually looks pretty alright.
Okay. It's alright over being subpar. I'll start working on the other one too.
Other ones.
Just do simple
Just
angle
reference-
references. You don't need to hyper detail this shit.
No, just whenever I do the first angle, I want to make it at least look decent.
Hyper detail. Hyper detail.
Kill yourself now.
Stick a Glock in your mouth and pull the trigger. Now, can I get this? Can I get Discord to stream just your thing without having a panic attack? We're gonna see if I can. And I'll put it up in the corner.
Window capture.
No, not that one.
Kuda29 asks, how many units does ammo have?
Give me a moment. Okay, now we're gonna put that in the corner where you belong. You don't belong anywhere else but the corner. You're gonna be super tiny. I wish I could zoom in on the existing window
Here.
share. Oh yeah, that's way better. Do that.
There you go. Is that better?
Yeah,
I usually just roll zoomed out because I have such a fucking massive monitor.
good. You don't deserve peace.
Shut up, bitch.
What was the question, Dark?
Kuda29 asks, how many units does the ammo have?
Fuck. I like about 6 or 7 right now. 2 more are showing up in residential.
Move the cool one that's my favorite gonna show up.
Soon.
Mr. Operator.
Soon. And by soon, I mean as soon as God himself has given up.
God has to give up. What is that?
When God gives up, that's when Max 2 can happen.
I just got a DM from Storepack telling me he fucking loves this guy.
Ew.
I'm doing something right. I'm doing some design right, you know?
Something.
Not completely fucking up.
I sure love electricity.
But sometimes it doesn't fucking come out right. Piece of shit. That's much better. Hey Dark, have you ever to draw electricity by hand?
Yeah, fuck it.
Only a couple of times.
Good, because it means you know the evil way of doing it.
Zappity zap zap double D.
Unfortunately, I don't think this is what Eddie had in mind.
Well, I think Eddie's dead.
Well, that's sad.
I mean, in that,
He was working on an oil rig somewhere.
now he's dead forever with no hope. No, I don't want to lock the layer, Flash, you fucking cocksucker! Flash asking to lock layers is like fucking Windows asking if you want to turn on sticky keys.
Punch whoever made sticky keys. I really do.
Whoever makes sticky keys needs to get castrated and blacklisted from the
I want to
industry.
know what the use of it is.
I think
really want to
maybe
know what
2 people in the world ever use sticky keys, maybe 3. It's hard to say because it's so useless.
Like, what's it for if you fucking... He's just, like, permanently stuck down by fucking, like, Cheeto dust? Cheeto crumbs and shit?
It's horrible.
Fucking their keyboard?
Azure Elect Arts asks, what program is used for animating?
Well, right now I'm using something you shouldn't use. It's Animate CC 2018. Don't use it. Get Toon Boom instead. Trust me. Get Toon Boom, please. You'll do yourself a massive favor.
It's too late for Jsoull, folks. He's already committed to this program.
This piece of shit. It's horrible.
He has had at least 40 blackout crashes and counting.
This year.
48. Wasn't the last cap 48?
I don't know. I just remember it was a lot.
Let's check the logs.
Oh, I gotta do the tween resurrect animation on this guy. God damn it. Let me check in the server. It's
Fucking Homer Simpson you can do.
fucking looking. 39, up to 39, just below 40.
Oh shit, I thought we had higher.
Maybe
Oh,
we
I know
won't,
I
maybe we
thought-
won't.
Counted the ones before you started counting.
Save off.
Maybe we'll hit 40 during this stream.
Maybe. Oh my god, I just
I don't
popped up
know.
Task Manager, now it's stuck on my fucking screen, I can't see anything. Yeah, I give Windows 7 a lot of shit, but it's a hell of a lot better than 10 or 11. Going to those would be like cutting off all my fingers.
Windows 11.
Windows 11
Not by
users
choice.
need to commit suicide.
It's not by
Source
choice.
Code asks, will the ASA, the anti-smoking agency who killed Abaddon when he was just an engineer, make an appearance in the movie?
They're probably going to make a short cameo, but they won't be very significant. I don't have many plans for them. I used to. Me and Gib were working on a, back when me and Gib were buddies, we were going to be working on a sequel to, Artifact, I think. No, this is before Artifact. Where it was going to be Abaddon taking out the ASA. We actually had a lot of concepts for that, including, all different types of units, including like a mag agent called the Iron Lung.
Never showed me.
But then, you know, shit hit the fan, and that didn't end up happening.
That concept work and you never showed me? I can't believe
This
it.
is from like 3 years ago.
Fuck you, I still want it.
Actually, no, 4 years almost.
Dude, I hoard that shit.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck
I
you.
have art books for fucking games I've never played and never want to play.
Just suffer. Suffer, and never find peace. Hey Darkson, my true happiness is making sure that no one else will ever be happy. Did you know that? Because I'm right.
Pretty fucked up.
Yeah, I bet it is. Doing this is just going to be a pain in the ass. But it must be done. Actually,
I
Doc,
got a whole lump of questions asking if certain people are going to be in Max 2, such as Crackpot or the VR Buddies or somebody called the Hispanic Madness Gang.
what the fuck is that?
Hispanic Madness Gang, are you fucking kidding?
What the fuck is that supposed to be?
I gotta know what the fuck they're talking about. Please ask them to elaborate. I
Crack.
need to know what the-
We actually did have a
Sounds
concept
very
for.
ominous.
We did have a concept for Crackpot to appear, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be using him or not.
You need to use it. I love Crackpot. He's my favorite.
Yeah, but I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do with him.
He would be Phobos' second in command if Phobos was able to continue.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I'm just not sure if I'm gonna be able to have a part where his contributions will make more sense.
This is my domain now.
Who's
Scorpack
that?
is asking for using OBS, by the way.
The fuck else do you think I'm doing, Scorepack? Sitting around picking my nose?
No, actually, I think he's gonna suggest how to zoom in or something.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. I'm gonna use this program inadequately, whether you like it or not.
I just had someone ask me if I have free time.
If you what?
I just had someone ask me if I'm free right now.
Piss in their ear. That's what I would do.
Hans B is wondering if Degener will appear in Max 2.
Yes. Yes, he will. Don't worry.
Bitch!
Bitch! I might I don't... I want to Dark, did I show you, actually, Dread, did I show you yesterday the, old Rider Revenge ending?
You didn't show it to me. All I remember is I saw a snippet of a dead baby, and that's the most I've seen.
Yeah, so I might want, I kind of want to show that on stream, but I'm not sure if people are going to freak out at that or not.
You say that like we didn't literally watch My Little Pony non-dairy dev school shooting.
Oh, yeah.
What the fuck are you on about? I think you actually have brain dead.
I probably do. I mean, I'm still in this community after all, right?
Yeah. I probably need to undamage my brain too after all this. We're working on that other project.
Zappity, zappity, zap, zap, double D.
One sec. Actually, animating electricity is kind of fun, even though it takes a while. Actually...
Fuck this circular part in particular.
Fuck this person in particular.
That too.
But yeah, going off that question, yeah, Degener will make an appearance, and so will some characters from his series, like Ryder, that one Dr. Cortex guy. I think that's his name.
Cortex? Like, Neocortex?
Dr. Cortex from Crash Bandicoot?
No,
no,
Cortex!
Oh my god, Darksignal, I'm gonna be working on Dr. Cortex Madness? My favorite.
If you dare reference that character, you will find yourself in many...
Oh. You know
Nope,
what?
sorry, too late.
Yeah, sorry, I'm already drawing Dr. Cortex from memory.
Why'd you have to do this to me, Darksignal? I hate you. I hate you. I never want to talk to you again.
Don't make me leave.
Please don't leave. I'm scared of being stuck alone with me.
Yeah, you don't want to be alone with me. You wouldn't do that to Dread, right, Dark?
Like being stuck in a fucking...
But Dachi's still here, in spirit.
As if Dachi will be able
Oh,
to
I'm
protect
still
her.
here. I'm just not saying anything.
Yeah, because you're a loser. I was going to actually ask you if you wanted to diverge details about your Madness movie that never ended up being made.
Oh, that. Well, let's see. What can I say about it? I think, for me, it was just an issue of, you know, a lot of ambition combined with the lack of commitment.
And thus it never got made ever again.
Yeah, it never got made. I mean, sometimes I think about it like, hey, maybe if I get my life together, I could probably, like, quietly come back, just drop this movie without anybody anticipating, and then disappear again, but I don't know. We'll see.
And would you want to do that?
I wouldn't get your hopes up.
Why can't I have hope? I'm the one who's supposed to take hope.
With no hope.
I'm the one who's supposed to take the hope away from other people, Dachi. You're not supposed to do that.
Dude, I can barely attend to my own responsibilities, alright?
Shit.
Jeremotus is further inquiring if the aircraft appearing in Max 2 are going to be based on real-life aircraft, or if they're going to be creatively fan-made.
All of F-51 stuff is based off of actual aircraft, even though there might be ones that you haven't seen. Including a very special one, if you paid attention during commencement. A very special aircraft, indeed. It'll make people scream and cry. So, my job is very fun to do that. Actually, one sec. Let me do this. Who doesn't like a little electricity, right? Especially when it runs through your brain.
Just had someone send me a Dr. Cortex rip and DM with how badly I fucked up his design.
Congratulations. You better fix it or else you're off the team.
Tom Doodles is asking how we work together on madness stuff.
We just somehow manage even though we should kill each other. We are able to bounce ideas off of each other and end up putting in the best of our work in each of our projects.
I get excited to make new ammo units, and that's why I keep working.
Ammo. Because the agency against malevolent originals is just such a fun place to be.
N51 stuff I've worked on is also very fun. I won't lie. I like working on this.
Fun.
Very pleasant.
Would you say N51's really fun, Darksignal?
N50 fun.
N50 fun. You don't want to see them on a bad day though. They'll fuck your
When
shit
they run
up.
around looking angry.
No, it's because they like. Okay, they're not ammo levels of bad, but I mean, if you fuck them up, they're gonna end up putting your hand on a table, super gluing it on that table, and force you to rip it off with your own force, so you lose all your skin on your hand.
That's what the ammo does.
No, ammo would just kill you outright. N51 will just make you like.
No, you got it backwards.
Well, I mean, no, ammo would torture you forever, and then you die. N51 would do this as like they do like how the cartel does it with thieves, how they make you shoot yourself in the hand, something like that. In that ballpark. But if you did something really bad, then yeah, they would just shoot you.
I have used the analogy before that ammo is thoroughly violent and M51 is violently thorough.
That is quite appropriate, I will say. Especially given the shit that happens in this fucking movie.
I'm trying my best to make the side angle look decent. I'm sorry if it still looks a little bit fucking goofy.
Goofy. Let me actually take a look. I haven't even been watching. What the fuck? I'm putting on another album because I hate it so much. Fucking, I hate this thing. Just let me bring up my full player. Alright, we gotta pick. We gotta pick something. There's so many albums, I don't even know what to choose, Dark. What do I fucking do?
You're asking me? You have the music.
Oh, yeah. There are some really good albums in here, but I'm not sure if YouTube's gonna like them. This band's small enough to where it shouldn't be a problem. But there are some vocals in the back. Should be okay. I like these guys a lot. Go back to view. And I gotta reshare this fucking thing because it's a piece of shit. No, not that one. Yes. I'll turn it up a little bit. There we go. What was being said just before this?
You suck and I hate you and...
Oh, the design. Yeah, let me take a look-see. I'm not sure about the ripped skin, although I do like how it looks.
That's what I was thinking. I thought it would add like some freaky shit.
I mean, you can do it. I'm just curious. How about everything else? Everything else looks good about it. Wait, isn't there already a Crash Bandicoot character that has like an eye like this?
Engine? I fucking love Engine. He's literally my favorite one.
Yeah, this looks like Engine a bit.
Dude, I fucking love Engine. Dude, that'd be cool. I wish I could design Engine.
Now Engine's in Max too, so congratulations. He's gonna die. It's all your fault.
I can breathe happily knowing that I got fucking bootleg Engine in the Max too. Thanks, Janner. You're my favorite.
For the stream, do you need me to turn up the volume a little bit? let me know, because this is a kick-ass album. I would play more Neo Tokyo, but YouTube didn't like that too much, and they ended up hard striking the first stream because of that.
Oh, so that's why I couldn't go back to that shit.
No, it's still there. It's just like it's like unlisted and shit because YouTube's like, oh, you can't use music in a game that no one's played in 30 years.
Okay, because I had trouble finding it last time.
Then you're just a fool.
But
Don't worry, madness is full of fools. You have no right to be additionally upset because of that.
I'm not additionally upset.
Cal Moore is saying that there is an echo in the voice chats.
Come on.
I can move my mic to maybe subdue that.
But it's coming from everybody but you.
Oh, so it's not my problem. Who could it be?
What?
Who could it be? Is it Dachi? Is it Dread? Is it... Okay, it's probably not Darksignal.
I am on push to talk.
Yeah, he's such a professional to where that wouldn't happen. It means one of
What
you
was the
guys.
question?
Although it could, because my audio situation is currently crippled at the moment.
Crippled. It's like what happened when the Chinese got their hands on me.
I'm actually hearing it distorted through your mic, Jsoull.
Both my speakers are facing away from my microphone, so I don't know. My microphone's a really fun thing. It'll pick up people 6 kilometers away talking about robbing a bank, but it won't pick me up speaking right in front of it.
I think it's
I
just picking
put up
voice
my mic every
specifically
time I'm
because
done
it has that feminine peak to it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Peaks. Like Twin Peaks?
No.
The
I've
show?
never seen it. I've never seen the show. Enlighten me.
Well, I think you just have a problem if you haven't seen it.
I think you suck and you should tell me what Twin Peaks is about. Give
I'm
me
not
some
going
Airways, loser.
It's a show that you need to watch for yourself to believe.
Okay, I'll do.
Actually, shit, I should keep the electricity there. I'll go back.
I want to give him a little antenna so bad because I don't want to go too overboard. Give him a funny little antenna. No, fuck it. Oh my god, guys, attention, I can't believe it.
Goodness. In about 40 minutes, I'm gonna go have a snack and some iced tea and bread so I can stay awake. But the stream will be continuing otherwise, and I'll put it on someone else so you can see them draw and shit. Probably Dread.
There's a sweet little group on my server who is watching the stream right now. Fucking Cindy, Squarepeck, Town Wars, fucking... Pretty sure Amelia's in there. She's a sleeper.
Okay, someone mentioned turn the music a little bit. I'll do that. One sec. There we go.
Would you want a back angle or do you think you have enough brain power to match him?
I don't think he's gonna need a back angle for what I'm gonna be doing with him.
That is wicked. I'll provide an implication of what the back angle should contain on the side angle. Like a polar side angle.
Alright.
Make it clean and nice. Make people think I'm professional sometimes. I'll also do color work on him. Because I'm here and Lord knows I need something to do.
Give me a moment. I need to put this above the background so I can actually see what the hell I'm doing.
I still have to stop streaming my stuff if it's like getting in the way of like animating.
I don't give a shit. Fucking draw as much cockmaster as you can. Dr. Cactax.
Dr.
Tic Tac.
Dr. Tic Tac? Is it because his brain's the size of one?
But for anyone who recognizes his character, he's going to be Dr. Red's assistant in the medical sector. So he'll be like, kind of like a mini boss.
Remember that face when you go to sleep tonight, kids.
Hey kids, don't go to sleep so you get insomnia and you die.
I hope he's beautiful and I hope everybody loves him.
Boo hoo. Boo hoo hoo.
Okay.
Hey, Dark, do you like drawing electricity?
I was actually drawing it a week ago.
But for what purpose?
For a drawing I was doing for somebody else.
Oh my gosh, I forgot, yeah.
Thanks to those new brushes that I was able to acquire.
You son of a bitch.
Is Mediting still giving you shit? Or...
It stopped giving me shit when I updated the software to the newest version. There was no implication that that was going to work, but it did.
Computers!
Sorry.
Don't you love computers so much? I love computers.
That's why we're all here today.
Yeah, I wasn't kidding about keeping my Max 2 files in a Faraday cage, by the way. I do that just in case.
But you also have to keep the workstation in a Faraday cage.
Shit. I need to get another copper bag.
What are you even on about at this point?
You even know what a Faraday cage is, Dread? You don't know what you're
No,
talking about. You got
I
brain
think-
aneurysms.
No, I really don't. I'm not gonna lie. That's why I'm wondering when in God's name you're talking about.
Maybe use a thing called Google.
Yeah, except that would fuck with my display and make me have like a fucking strobe.
Good.
Google.
Google.
Okay, fine then. Alright, let's look it up.
I like making fun of French
Top
people because I
10
know it makes them
ways
upset.
to kill bald people discreetly. That's what you want me to look up, right?
Also, how to... Okay, I was gonna do something really bad.
What? Go ahead. What's the worst you could fucking say?
Nah, I'm not gonna say it. It's too bad.
Don't you dare.
You don't want to know my worst.
I think your worst was the time that you were screaming at well fat on the Excalibur.
When he almost blew my head off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, that's a good reason, because he almost fucking took my head off. That was a fucking 40mm anti-armor round that sailed right above my head. It basically gave me a fucking buzz cut.
Ha, sailed.
Oh, you already have bald. Don't you fart at me.
Then you gave him a concussion.
I did actually give him a concussion. You know, Baritron's one of my favorite games because it lets you hurt people in really pristine ways. When we were playing with Scorepack, actually, he was tortured very extensively.
Many of which involved acid and lead.
Yes. My favorites is two favorites. My one favorite is when our first playthrough, where me and Darksignal hatched a plan to do something very terrible to him. We paralyzed him, and then I got a sledgehammer while Darksignal held him down, and I pulverized his legs into noodles. And that was pretty good. And then in the second playthrough, he ended up accidentally killing a bunch of people in the station by spreading husk virus. So I got Blony. So like I paralyzed Scorepack, I was holding him down, and Blony poured acid over his head until he died. While he was wearing the clown mask, by the way, I like to imagine like we poured it on his face and the mask was sinking into his facial cavities as he was screaming his lungs out.
I think the worst that happened is to me personally, is the time that we were on, was it the Torpedo or was it some other fucking wacky little name? The one you had made that we didn't actually use, we just used it to fight each other for like random sessions where we didn't want to actually fucking play the game, we just wanted to beat each other up.
Yeah, that's the Torpedo.
All I can think of is the time that Scorepack, he saw me fixing shit and his first instinct was to not only shoot me except turn me into a nugget man and then puppet me around. And then you walked down screaming you couldn't take it anymore and blew him to shit.
Well, that's kind
I
of
hope
what
you
happens
still
when you
have to
kill your
fucking
own
look at that.
crewmates, you know? I can't exactly say that's a decision that's surprising.
Dale puppet sucks. I hope that never happens again.
Hand cutting off sucks. Hey guys, how about I bring in one of my chickens and have it shit on my keyboard?
Why not pet it and have it go...
He might get freaked out if he's not near his brothers and sisters, though.
I mean, yeah. I never really considered that since I've never actually touched or seen a chicken in
He
person.
pooped and coped.
I've never touched or seen a chicken in person, man.
The electricity here looks alright. Later I'm gonna add, I'm gonna mask and add glowing effects and sparks and shit. This is just like the basic run of it. So what I'm gonna do is, a bit like how during the introduction here, he hacks the door and it turns blue. I'm gonna have the light up here turn blue when the electricity is coiling around it. And it's gonna basically turn to like a little arcing point where he's able to treat like a Tesla coil and control energy from it. Hey Dark, you know what this guy's thinking?
And I noticed that the electric arcs are coming from the top and not from the Sleepwalker itself. Want to explain that?
The electrical arcs, well, his whole thing is just being able to control energy in general. So in this part, he's controlling these arcs that are separate from his body, and they're kind of acting autonomously. But they
so
can't.
He's just using apparatus around the facility as a conduit for his power.
Yeah. So here, it's going to start coiling around this little energy node thing. It's going to turn same colors of the electricity, and now that's able to arc energy almost infinitely from that location. It's going to have to be blown up for it to stop. And while that's happening, he's using more electricity from his hands here to pick up the other body. And this ammo guy's not dead, he's just knocked out from that. He's knocked out from having that sword plunged deep into his chest. He rips it out like it's a toothpick, like, oh, I'm still good. But then you want to know what happens next, Darksignal?
Oh god.
But the Sleepwalkers have metal in them. Couldn't he just control them directly?
He would at least need electricity arcing into them to do that. And plus, I just think it's... I just kind of prefer the visual of the electricity, like, puppeting them around like strings. Versus them just being resurrected again. I think this is a little more unique.
So that means he could pick up anybody and not just the Sleepwalkers.
Yes. Although I did want to add a detail...
He wouldn't have any metal in them either.
Well, I did want to show a little detail where the tubes in their head actually did change from like red to purple when they're being resurrected.
I can sort of see it there.
Purple.
It's actually I was actually shocked. Like my jaw dropped. I'm like, oh my god, Flash can actually transition a solid color to a gradient. I didn't even know it could do that. I thought it would just break again. I was legitimately impressed when something in Flash didn't break. I can show you, it's in here. See, it's just solid red, but then because of the tween, it turns purple. And a gradient even. I didn't even know it could do that. Isn't that impressive for, like, technical reasons? Because Flash is such a piece of shit. Yeah, when it's controlled, it turns into that. Now, the bodies themselves can, of course, be destroyed so they can't be controlled anymore, because when they're in just, like, little bits and pieces, there's not really a lot to hook your electricity into. Zappity zap zap. Oh, yeah,
Atomic Lemonic now asks, if Merc was not absorbed into the Nexus, would they be there to help N51 and ammo, or would they still work with the Nexus?
Hard to say. I mean, it could go either way. They could still be... I mean, Merc still does exist, but not as once... Like, I think this guy knows what happened. Like, not as they once were. Now they're, like, just a workforce within the meat sector producing food and energy for the city. But, if they were still sort of autonomous, like how they were in Project Nexus, they could either still be independent and help out the Nexus core, or they might work with N51 and ammo if they're under the impression that that could benefit them.
Or they could, like, help both.
They could. I could imagine Merc being under that agreement under a similar situation like how N51's invading the Megaplex, but I can't talk about that. But you know what I'm talking about, right, Dark? I'm gonna grab some food, because I did not eat anything today. While that's...
It's been an hour.
Oh yeah, while that's happening, I'm gonna... Hey, you stop streaming, Dread, what the fuck? I hate you. I hate you and everything you stand for.
Dredd says he's not feeling well. He'll be back in a bit.
Run away. Vomit. Do anything you need to do. I'll be back soon. In the meantime...
I'm back.
Oh, look who it is.
I'm sorry, dude, I literally threw up.
I know that feeling. Now listen here. You're either going to stream your art or suffer the consequences. Your choice.
That's the kind of Jigsaw type shit is this.
I'm just saying that because I gotta go eat something. I'm gonna be like 10 minutes. So I want some people here to be able to watch
Don't
something
take
in the
Uber.
meantime.
Don't starve to death.
Don't starve
Don't
together.
my art.
All right, let me just do this. Don't stream anything vastly inappropriate,
Okay, here I know exactly what to do.
like your
Okay.
tax returns.
I got it.
I'll move this over
Oh my
here so
God.
people could still see the music that's playing. No, don't do that. All right, I'll be back soon, streamers. I'll see you in like just under 10 minutes probably. I need to get some iced tea, heat up some bread. I need my carbs and sugar. I'm gonna fucking die.
Diabetic?
Because you see, carbs and sugar are the two ingredients needed to create Jsoull.
I think we should kill this for them.
Dr. Cortex in the top right corner is a nice touch.
I appreciate it. I had to. I had someone in DMs, Calmore, actually send me a ref of Dr. Cortex because I fucked up the design a little bit too much.
Him and that knockoff Brio.
Okay, I got you.
So how do you think this guy is going to carry over from your concept into sprite form?
It's probably gonna be OK Gross doing some really fucking nice shit. Because he's actually really fucking good at doing, like, nasty veins and stuff, which is why I included a few. He's particularly good at making things look, graphic.
And will have the functionality of being able to open that jaw and having that eye look around?
Actually, I'm hoping so. If I have to, I can do a separate ref of the jaw. Just be something like this. It's an easy standard jaw piece, which I'm sure he's used to. Given that he's working with Jsoull on so many fucking things, and next to already open like that.
That'll be an important detail for him to bring up.
I hope he uses the uniform standards so it looks more like he's his assistant and not just like a guy that kind of just follows him around. I'm trying to make his gums look particularly nasty. I gotta add some nasty grotesque feature to this motherfucker. You gotta look at it and go, ugh. Oh, I know. He's definitely not including these little fucking eye veins. Or at the very least, it's just going to make it a...
I think the way they have it in the original makes it look spooky enough already for the eyeball.
Yeah, it's already kind of red, and it's got a... Actually, fair point, hold on. Fun fact, all of my brushes that I actually use for coloring are named after fucking Crash bosses. Rather, Crash villains. I find it funny that only like 2 people have ever actually pointed that out. The rest are named after like people's OCs. This one's named after Whalebat for some reason.
The only Crash Bandicoot game I played was Crash Bash.
I tried to play Twin Sanity on emulator and it bricked my PC 3 times before I gave up. Now that I have a nice computer, I'm probably going to be fucking playing Twin Sanity at some point in my life. If I don't spend the rest of my time playing No More Heroes 1. And maybe like a little bit of TF2 since I've actually never had a computer that could run TF2. So it's a new experience to me and I find that really funny.
You've never known the memory.
No, because I had weapons that people gave me over time. And some fairly standard weapons from like 2015, 2016.
Sikrith the Squid is asking if the nitrous oxide brush makes you draw faster.
I actually do not have an oxide brush, but I might make one and just set it to fucking 0 stability. You know, yeah.
And Greg is wondering why the scientist's lab coat looks like toilet paper.
That happens. My stabilizer set that shit to 0. Brush size 6.0. Oh yeah, we're going to fucking full speed on this shit. Ooh, we got our Noxide brush. Brother in Christ, I forgot what it felt like to not have a stabilizer on. Now I know why I use one. I'm having fun. As for his coat looking like toilet paper, I actually took a white from this up here. Blame Jsoull for making toilet paper covered lab coats. The Nexus, I guess, had to cut corners and are now clothing their staff in fucking toiletries.
When you look at the mag agents in Project Nexus, their coats are stitched together like it's a bunch of napkins.
Oh yeah. I thought they literally were just wearing like scraps of actual run clothes like the galls and shit. I mean, who's gonna spend the money to make a few like $1,000 fucking like full-size mag suit that properly fits them, you know? Whenever you can just stitch something together that you already have. I mean, where are they gonna find the fabric to get Phobos' fancy as fuck, like, pimp cape or whatever? Whatever the fuck he's wearing. Max 2 or whatever.
I don't know how many people have said that he wrapped toilet paper around his face.
That too. Actually, I kind of like this Noxide brush.
And Jsoull's Max 2 sprites make them darker, so they look like old, crusty toilet paper.
Yeah, kind of right. I was originally actually supposed to redesign Phobos, except I ended up getting too caught up with working on other stuff for Max 2, and I guess he just kind of forgot, and I'm kind of too shy to ask. I wish I still could, because I know that he has some stuff set in stone that I no longer interfere with. It's been almost a year, actually.
If the bandages actually are toilet paper, then Phobos saves himself a couple of bathroom trips.
Hold on, I need to turn on some good music. I've been listening to the same song for like half an hour now, and I think it's driving me. Usually it doesn't, but I'm starting to notice it. Here we go.
That third ply, man, really keeps your fingers from poking through when you're over the hole.
Oh gosh, what are you referencing, goofball?
What's wrong, son? You missed the old blog from Wish You Were Chipped.
Oh my god. It's strong, bed, yeah? It's been a while.
No, it's not.
I'm sorry, it's been a few years, like a decade at least.
Pop a Glock in your mouth and make a brain
Oh no, the evil man's back! Quick!
Looks like progress has been going well here, my evil minions.
Yeah, no, I still taste the bile in the back of my throat.
Good. I have a nice, delicious plate of bread and some teed ice.
I'm gonna beat you up and poison everything you drink.
That's horrible. Only I'm allowed to do really violent things. You're not
I had
allowed.
someone actually suggest I make an oxide brush, so I'm sitting here fucking using brand new brush.
Carbon monoxide.
No, like nitrous oxide for trash.
Oh, so like what I used to okay, I'm not gonna go there.
What, you used to poison families? Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's good.
I think it'd be really funny if Dr. Red and this guy, they had like matching prosthetics. Like maybe.
Yeah, I
Yeah, Red
literally
has a
noticed
prosthetic
it.
on his right, this guy's a prosthetic on his left.
Yeah, that's the point. It's the twin prosthetics.
Good.
That was literally the intention, goofball. I tried to tell you that earlier, but you were
One
like,
step ahead of you, Sean.
Maybe I wasn't even fucking here, you fucking fuck.
you were. I know you were because you were
Screaming
talking
profanities.
about being evil. Yeah, you're screaming profanities and talking evil.
Alright, Dark, what questions did I miss while I'm eating some delicious bread?
All
They
of
were
them.
all directed towards Dread since you were gone.
What were they
Why would there
about?
be any questions for you if you were not there to answer them?
People sometimes do that anyways.
People are finally asking me questions.
Hmm. We have a Russian one from Centrix, but I can't fucking read what it says.
I love you, Syntrix. You're cool as fuck.
SN is asking if Ammo is going to have some non-combatants visible in the movie.
There's
You've
gonna
seen
be
one.
might be a couple guys that don't directly shoot anybody, but I would not consider anyone in Ammo a non-combatant. Like if you
With
walk
the
up to
limited
the
numbers they have, they're going to need all the hands they can get.
yeah, they only got like maybe like they have like under like 100 people.
You said 95 last time I checked.
Yeah, probably around there.
95.
And that's counting like everybody. That's not combat personnel. It's like literally every single person, including the 3 wise men.
But does it count Abaddon?
Yeah.
Damn.
They have under 100 people. They need to make the best use of their abilities. Like you go to the residential sector, you see an ammo guy casually eating some cupcakes he stole from a supermarket. And then you walk up to him to say hi, he pulls out a Glock, shoves it in your mouth, and then pulls the trigger. And then continues to yank on the trigger until he hears a click instead of a bang.
You always default to that. I don't understand what your obsession is. I don't get it.
Maybe because when I was like 8 or 9 years old, I saw that video. No, not an actual video of suicide, Jesus. No, it was fucking Jesse Slaughter, that 12-year-old who started yelling about killing people. Like, she had this video where she was saying some of the most vile insults I've ever heard a child speak. And I heard this when I was also a child. And at one point she said, "Pop a Glock in your mouth and make your brain slushy." And she said it so snidely, as if it was something that she just would say casually. And remember, this is like internet, like it being mainstream to be horrific and disgusting, right? This is like 2008. So this back then was quite unique. It was just horrible.
I know you probably won't because it'll be a little bit difficult, except I'd appreciate it if you made his skin slightly darker like this because I think it stands out better and looks nicer.
What skin?
That's
I'll make
flesh.
him a black person.
Flesh skin. I'll show you. So this is the color that I approximated in. This is the normal color. It kind of blends in. But you get me,
I'll make it so it looks like he went to a tanning bed and something went wrong. There's several questions that you guys did not pick out, so I will. Berbert asks, "What's your favorite gear in Project Nexus 2?" Oh, you want to know my favorite gear? You really want to know? I didn't even play the full game.
That's why I didn't even pose the question.
Because I'm evil, cruel, terrible. I do terrible
You animate
things.
a few hours a day, goofball.
I animate 99 hours a day. What's the Wi-Fi password for the Nexus Megaplex? Well, I'd imagine there's like probably at least a couple hundred routers for the entire length of the
The
building.
Wi-Fi password for the Megaplex.
I mean, there wouldn't be just one receiver for the whole place. There'd probably be several for each floor and each section.
Obviously, you would have the guest Wi-Fi for the commercial sector or the residential.
But I'm not sure if that would be standardized by Nexus or if the shops themselves would set that up.
Else I'd be like, quick, what's the Wi-Fi password?
So it could be either way.
It's fucking ridiculous. I love that question.
So I'm not
Atomic
sure-
Lemonic is now asking if the sheriff would be brought back to any capacity if Merc was not absorbed by M51.
Well, this is based. Remember, like Max 2 doesn't take place in the Project Nexus 2 timeline. Sheriff was dead already after Madness like 3. So he wouldn't even had a chance. Dead
It's okay, I'll give
forever.
him a chance. I'll draw him in the corner.
Actually, Merc
Favorite.
wasn't absorbed by N51. They were absorbed by Nexus. I think you got the fact wrong there, Atomic.
Or
Lemonic.
maybe he's thinking of a certain other thing that we are working on in relation to Project Nexus where that does happen.
Eh.
I don't even think you've told people about that dog.
Well, no, like a couple.
Dangerous waters, son.
Well, no, a couple streams ago we talked about reclamation.
Should I give him little spurs? Yes, I should.
Sure.
I have to draw a little tiny sheriff. He's my favorite.
So Dark, that's a detail you would not want to cover.
New.
Alrighty. But yeah, Merc. They never really got a chance to exist as they did in the Project Nexus 2 world. So that's part of the reason why they're able to be ingested by Nexus so easily. They're probably a lot smaller at that time.
No, I wouldn't think so. They were already a far-reaching conglomerate before the events of the main series.
I know, but that's exactly why I have a problem with making Project Nexus 2 canon to Max 2, because it doesn't make any sense to me. Because if they were massive, far-reaching conglomerate, why haven't we seen anything from them at all for the entire series ever?
Maybe we did. Maybe those goons that the sheriff was with in the first few episodes were Merc.
Yeah, well, my issue with that is that's just done retroactively. There's nothing there to actually ascertain that those would be mercs. They're just grunts. It's the same problem that a lot of people have with Project Nexus 1, how, you know, apparently everyone you fought there was going to be a mix between, like, actual Nexus guys or something, but then they never ended up doing that, so it's just regular AHW you're fighting. Even though in the canon there's supposed to be Nexus people there, but they're just not Nexus people. They look exactly like AHW. I have the same issue with the original Madness series and trying to combine the canons, where it's like, okay, sure, those could have been mercs, but the issue is there's absolutely nothing there to say that they are or not, other than just word of God. So yeah, you can say those grunts were mercs, but there's nothing about them that are merc. Like, none of the gear, none of the colors, none of the insignia, none of the equipment, nothing. They're just grunts. That'd be like me saying, retroactively in the Max 2 universe, all the AHW were just ammo, and the three wise men were Jesus, Tricky, and Auditor. Even though, you know, they obviously aren't. And there's nothing about them that make you think that. But I said it, so it's true.
I have the same
You're
problem.
gonna have people asking if that's the case later. They're gonna be like, which one of them is Jesus and which one of them is the Auditor?
Fucking, all of them are dead except for fucking Auditor. Well,
I
Auditor's
don't
already
You're
kind
gonna
of
have
dead.
people still asking that question now that you've said that, even if it's like completely fucking.
I came
not
up
even
as an
true.
example for why I just don't think... Like, my main reason why I don't make Project Nexus 2 canon to Max 2.
You
It's
always
because
said
to
fair
me,
fuck.
for this cartoon that's supposed to be basing itself off the canon from the cartoon series, I don't like retroactively going back and like modifying a bunch of shit that happened. I would say those universes and factions could have existed in the Madness world at that time, yeah. But people who said they did exist in the cartoon series when there's nothing of them in the cartoon series, I just disagree with.
I mean, it doesn't have to be true.
I mean,
It's only speculation at this moment.
the issue is like, okay, if Merc and Nexus existed at that time,
Well, Nexus probably wouldn't have existed by the time of MC5.
well, yeah, but they still would have been like at least remnants of them somewhere. It's not like they would completely.
The Nexus Corps actually do not have a far-reaching direct presence. They've always stayed in the tower.
Fine, but
Always
then
stay in their city.
even then, in the game, if you recall Darksignal, there's already shit tons of mag agents, shit tons of golems, shit tons of half mags, soldats, all other kinds of units, and not once during the assault on the AHW's headquarters from Madness like 7 through 10 are any of those units seen, besides a couple mag agents. And the naming system of the mag agents doesn't align with what happens in the game, because in the cartoon series, Torture is treated as the first mag agent. He's called V1. So it
Yeah,
wouldn't
but
make any-
that doesn't mean that he wasn't created a while ago.
I know,
it
but
simply
then-
means that he showed up.
I know, but then why would the Auditor be being fucking guarded by old ass bodyguards instead of the new ones? Why would he be being
Torture
guarded by
wasn't guarding
V2s?
him.
V2s show up next, and then after that, a V3 is seen being built. That's hard proof. A V3 was in construction. That means there wasn't anything past 3 yet. These were the first 3 ever mag agents. So that doesn't make
Well-
any sense.
Well, my theory is that they were originally getting their mag agents from the Nexus Core because they were constructing mag agents from the ground up. But then, when the Nexus Core went crashing down, they decided that they would make their own.
That's applicable, but at the same time, it also doesn't explain why they wouldn't have any leftover mag agents or golems or half mags or soldats anywhere.
Can't use a screwdriver when you need a wrench.
It doesn't make any sense, Dark. They would have soldats at the headquarters. They would have golems at the headquarters. They would have half mags. I mean, that's the auditor's fucking base. They would have everything there. It doesn't make any sense they wouldn't have a couple soldats or something. They wouldn't just have ATPs and agents. They would have everybody. That's one part that doesn't make any sense at all.
Talking about this for 3 hours straight one night, please. I don't want to relive this shit.
Let's argue. Let's argue some more. Scream! 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 Okay, anyway. But yeah, so that's why I don't like Project Nexus 2 being connected to cartoon canon. I think Project Nexus 2 is a good story in of itself, but I just don't think it works when connected to the cartoon. My personal opinion. If you disagree with me, then say goodbye to your life. Because you never get it back.
I had someone
She won't even
suggest
play
that I
the
give
game.
him like scraggly white hair
I'll
up the
never
back of
play
his
the
head.
game ever again.
Hey, Jsoull.
What?
I had someone suggest that I give him scraggly black hair or white hair up the back of his head.
No hair. He doesn't have a scalp left.
I don't know. I kind of want to give him like a few stars because it's funny.
I'm
But
seeing
also
some
kinda
other
makes
questions,
much more
Darksignal. You better go get them before it's too late.
You should look at my canvas, Jsoull. I drew a picture of you. I think you'll really like it.
Why do you have to draw me in such an inappropriate way?
Wow, wow, madness lore, baby. Wow, that's you. It's about madness lore. That's
You should have drew me
Fucking
and
you.
Darksignal yelling at each other, not just me.
like, man, there's no soldiers, man, there's no golems.
I'm only frustrated about it because previously it wasn't even a problem because it was treated as its own universe. But then trying to retroactively combine them together in a way they're never meant to is my issue. I mean, Crinkle said so himself back when Project Nexus 1 and 2 were first coming out. He said
Yes,
that
I even DM'd him over Newgrounds asking that, and that was what he sent back.
Exactly. So that's my main issue because that same word from God said that they were not meant to be together. That means for most of development, like for all of Project Nexus
It's-
1,
No,
Just got a job
he
with
didn't
it.
say that they weren't
Yeah.
meant to be together. He simply said that they were not together.
well, yeah, that's the same fucking thing. Like they weren't the same universe.
No, those had two completely different implications. There's a difference between being empirical and theoretical.
I know, but functionally, he's treating it as if they're not in the same place. I remember he mentioned it during a different stream that, like, I think it was something that he mentioned on like an interview. It was more like an alternate take of the universe, or like a side story that just kind of exists within the. It exists within the universe, but not within like canon, like the traditional cartoon canon.
My client died for a second there. Sorry for disconnecting. I'm gonna be right back for a second.
Run away. Bonk.
Well, Kringles is not entirely to blame for that. Remember that this all started happening when MPN2 started going in a direction, and both Kringles and Swain were writing the story in tandem.
Yummy. I'm just I think the main reason they wanted to do it is because Krinkles wanted to make further cartoons using stuff from Project Nexus 2, but I don't know. I feel like he still could have done that without having to connect the universes directly. Like, people wouldn't give him shit if a golem showed up in a movie and it wasn't in Project Nexus 2 canon. Because, you know, he made it. I think I had another electricity arc I need to finish animating. Oh, that one went into that guy.
Well, don't worry, Jsoull. You ain't alone. You got people in the stream who are thinking that it wasn't a good idea to combine the two either.
I'm shocked.
I didn't realize the two were combined until now. I remember the same thing, you know. I believe I asked too, like, hey, what's the correlation? And vaguely Crinkle said that it was separate.
And I'm not gonna bust the guy's balls for doing his own thing in his universe. The main reason I think it's contentious is because previously it just wasn't a problem at all. Like, no one was questioning why there aren't golems and soldats and half-mags in the original series when they should have been there. Because it was, like, the idea was never pushed that they're the same universe. They were treated as separate. But now that that's been acknowledged, then it's a problem, because now if Crinkles really wants to combine these together, you kind of have to put in the legwork to actually make that seamless, and that's the legwork just isn't there yet.
I mean, yeah, I was going to ask, like, where does Project Nexus 2 fit in with
It's like, it takes place before 5, I think, after 4, and then before 5.
Sorry about that.
what?
It feels like the best place it would fit.
But even though, like, that also doesn't really make any sense, because then...
Yeah, this makes sense because of, like, the character designs and everything we just watched Sanford, Damus, and Hank go through.
Well, for all we know, Sanford and Deimos were laying low and trying not to be recognized by Hank, who they knew was going to come back for.
Yeah, but then consider this, Dark. Remember what happens in 5.5 and 6.5? So, like, would they magically just find the same exact equipment all over again to make their costumes?
I mean, the Rift has everything.
I know, but that's way too convenient, and obviously it was never meant to be like that. Like, it's not like they would get... Okay, and then then explain how the hell they lost their bandages when they got shot, and they get shot in the exact same place and put the exact same bandages over the exact same location all over again. Obviously that was never meant to be.
Talk about bad luck.
Yeah. Yeah, that wasn't supposed to happen. And I remember...
Calwar is asking, why don't Madness characters use bayonets when they all fight within, like, 20 meters?
I think it's just because bayonets can be kind of awkward to animate, especially for long two-handed weapons in Madness.
Bitch, have you ever seen Calwar's fucking weapons? He literally puts bayonets on all his shit.
Yeah, but does he animate them like that, too?
Yeah, he fucking animates bayonets.
I remember the only animation I actually remember with bayonets, two. One was like Kiroi Madness, and the other one was, it was the front with a bunch of French animators. Konami was in it, I remember, and Darren Madness. It was called like Le Madness or something. It had to do with a black trench coat, black top hat, and he had a bolt-action rifle with a bayonet on the end.
You can animate a bayonet and have it still look cool. I think you're just a fucking goofball.
I guess I'm an asshole.
I'm not removing the Madness lore baby image.
Madness lore, madness
Forever and
lore.
ever.
Scream and cry, scream and cry. People are fucking spamming me on Discord.
What?
Society.
That person. Then we got Femboy guy sending me a what the fuck? Okay.
Oh.
We got a problem. Look in the Max 2 server, guys. You'll see something dangerous.
Oh my god.
Dun dun
Is that a
dun.
possibility? Is that a
Beware.
possibility, or are you just fucking with me?
No, because he just sent me that, and I'm like, who the fuck is this?
God damn.
I would play Dan Terminus as an album, but it's really... some people might not like that.
I actually had someone ask me if you play a specific album. Primal Starks.
I could play Axiom Verge's soundtrack. I could play Nipplecock Torture Supreme Edition.
Play some good music.
Silent
Don't play no
Lights.
fucking elevator music shit. I'll beat you up.
This isn't
I'll be
elevator
able to-
music. This is like fucking esoteric eyeball rock. Negative Gemini is pretty good, but she might copyright strike me.
A score pack or fucking music? Die.
Tell Scorepack to suck the rust off of a bolt.
I don't know, he's gonna be sucking the fucking dust off of my tablet.
I'd be impressed if he could do that.
You'd be
You'll do
impressed
it.
with what Scorepack can do whenever you pay him $20.
Hmm.
20 bucks is 20 bucks.
You think me making refs for $20 is cheap? Oh, motherfucker, you have not seen what Score Pack does for $20.
We could do.
You'd be appalled.
I love Goss, but I don't think that his new publisher, Century Media, would like me streaming his music.
Hell.
They're not nice people. You know that, right?
No.
Oh, I could play the album from my math teacher.
What?
My math teacher back in high school. It turns out he actually had a like a synth rock band. I have him in here, but the thing is, there's a lot of lyrics in there that might not be good to have during the stream while we're talking.
Damn.
Uh-oh. Stream pause. What the fuck did you do? There you go.
Anything.
What the hell's your problem, Dread? You got like a brain aneurysm or something?
I think you should fuck yourself with a rusty pipe.
Ouch.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy.
What else do you want me to say?
We'll do.
I don't know.
We'll do
This
Hex
is a really
System.
funny response after fucking complete silence.
You. There we go. Looks like he's
Dread, it
looks
looks
like he's
like
smiling
a-
for his Christmas photo.
I was gonna say it looks like a troll face.
Yeah, what do you got, like a brain problem? There we go. Oh, can you guys hear this? I'll turn it up a bit. There we go. People keep fucking messaging me. I'm gonna scream.
Oh! Oh!
What, Dachi? What'd you do?
Sorry guys, I'm playing Dark Souls, and I fell.
You fell? Everyone falls in Dark Souls. That's why they die.
I didn't die though, so.
Die. Die. Everybody die.
T-Time is wondering what the name of that blue sleepwalker is.
He doesn't really have like a name. I just call him like a psychic sleepwalker, or sleepwalker 5.9.6.7.
Woke Walker.
Woke Woke Walker. I actually might use that one. Actually, LK named him, yeah, just Sleepwalker. And he's bigger than a regular Sleepwalker Golem, actually. This guy's like about like half mag size or above.
Actually, half mags are not that big.
Oh, cool, so he's even bigger.
Holy shit, mushrooms.
Mushrooms? I love mushrooms, especially when they grow in the... Okay.
They're trying to punch me.
Good, kill him.
I would say this guy is about as big as a tower guard or the black guard.
Good, that means I'm gonna make the actual tower guards 89 kilometers high.
Taller than the Megaplex?
Okay, well, I can't do that. But they're gonna be pretty big, especially when, you know, they're Phobos' bodyguards.
Phobos himself is as big as a tower guard.
Phobos is probably gonna be a little bit bigger than the Sleepwalker. You know, he's had plenty of time to beef himself up. Remember, this takes place like 100 years after Madness 10. He's had plenty of time.
Plenty of time to enact Project Gestalt and actually become a god.
Well, dissonance doesn't work in this world, so
No.
take
This
that.
was sad.
Or maybe Dark,
Yes.
or maybe Dark, maybe this guy was the start of them testing out something like dissonance, but then since he's a prototype and he dies, they never had a chance.
Never had a chance in 100 years.
I mean, maybe they didn't even know dissonance existed and they were just playing around with probability that whole time.
Holy shit.
Before realizing
Those
they
two
couldn't.
are the same.
They're not the same to me. I'm word of mouth, word of God in my universe, and I say they're not the same.
I hope whatever just dropped you have to pick up off your fucking floor.
I actually just rubbed the microphone into my open eyeball and it's bleeding now.
I know, good.
I'm in so much pain.
Being on the stream feels like I'm in a fucking loony bin.
Yummy. 100 more years to drink milk and eat his veggies, says Sandy Water.
Is the Doc character from Degener gonna appear in the movie as well?
Yes.
I don't think I'm drawing him for fun.
He shows up in the movie
No.
as Dr. Red's assistant. He does his own little fun thing.
Okay, so they were the same person.
They're not the same person. Dr. Red's Doodingdarn.
No, I'm talking about the character from Degeners.
Oh yeah, that's this guy. Well, there's gonna be a couple of characters from DeGeneres movies in the film actually.
So what's the verdict you have on his fucking cool eye that I added like 9 million effects to?
I like it. I think it looks good. Congratulations.
I was thinking since they're gonna be like little bestie buddies, I'd see what I could do to make it look.
Now just make a left-facing head reference.
Eyeball.
You know, I could probably just use the same body as Dr. Red, but then modify a couple things.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, except
Alright.
also you'd have to modify it quite a bit.
That won't be a
But,
big deal.
Yeah. Just make them look pretty, and if you don't, I'll kill you.
Alright. They'll do a left-facing head reference or else.
I know, give me a second. I think I fucking, like, slammed my leg directly into my door walking in.
Good, I'll grab your kneecap and
Slam.
crush it in my fucking fist like a cracker.
Don't do that. That'll be bad. How am I supposed to do your concept artwork if my fucking legs are broken?
You don't need your legs to draw.
Ha!
I need them to
Gotcha
get up
there.
and, like, run away.
It'll be like in Misery, where I break both your legs and start cutting off your toes.
And what? I don't remember you cutting off my leg.
I'm talking about the book Misery, you fucking uncultured
I have never read
swine.
that book in my life.
Uncultured swine.
That's like me being like, hey, remember that part of Amori?
Uncultured
No,
swine.
because you haven't even fucking played that far into Amori.
Because it's like
What are you
nine-
looking at, you hockey puck?
Hockey puck.
I feel like a hockey puck.
Tulski Canal wants to hear you scream in horror and pain, Jsoull.
But why? I mean, you've heard screams earlier in like other streams you can look through.
You should give an honorary suffer and scream. You do it at least once every
Recycled
stream I've
screams.
counted.
Recycled
An
suffering.
honorary suffer and scream.
Scream and cry. Let me grab the ammos. Commamos.
Better show me whenever you guys start working on the operators, because I've been fucking like really hyped to see that.
Don't worry, it's gonna be a scene where they tie an OC down and they really slowly and agonizingly carve him apart piece by piece while he's fully conscious.
Fuck you, I just want to see him exist. You guys always do pretty work.
They actually carry a
Okay,
pouch
fine.
of powdered sulfur in their pocket.
It's like pocket sulfur, like
What
they
about
throw it out of
powdered
their
glass?
pocket.
They probably have, actually each of their pockets probably has like a pouch of different horrifically damaging, painful material.
Why not just put irritants in it?
There's many things you could do. Maybe they do the
Ooh,
sulfur
foreign
for
policy.
specific people. Like people who specifically have a fear against sulfur, so they use it against them so they are in more pain.
Who the fuck fears sulfur?
No, people
What
who have
what the fuck are you thinking?
a sulfur allergy, like the Chinese have.
Sulfur.
Who the
Or
fuck
they
has a
just-
sulfur allergy?
They're just carrying
Just
room
smells
101
bad.
in their back pockets?
Yeah.
Dog, it literally just smells like rotten egg. That you could smell them from
Well,
a
then you
fucking
pour
mile
the
away.
sulfur into their nose and you make them take a deep sniff, and then their brain shuts down and they
You
die.
would smell the fucking operators from a mile away because of how bad sulfur smells. They would literally be getting rid of
Well, if it's
fucking
kept in like a
poison.
sealed pouch, you wouldn't be able to
Hmm.
smell it.
Okay.
You're just crazy.
Alright.
You're just like
Alright.
everyone else
Alright.
here.
Alright. Alright, yeah, alright.
Man, you people got such problems.
As someone who lives in an area with high amounts of sulfur, even whenever contained, you can definitely still fucking smell it. So unless they have smell-proof containers for some god-awful
Smell
reason,
proof, smell proof, smell
I don't
proof.
think so. I do not fucking think so one bit. I think you're actually crazy and you've never had to deal with the smell of sulfur long term.
I've had to deal with pouring acid on someone's face, so you know.
You're a dickhead.
Yeah, I really am. Why are you even working with me?
Because you know what? I have fun designing these characters. And if I didn't, I probably would have moved on to work on some front-end funkin' shit.
Oh.
Friday
Don't
night
do that.
gangbang.
We don't talk about
Maybe
that.
Greg
not
is
that.
asking, why are there these weird hexagonal things laying around the facility?
Oh, those are like little storage crates, probably for like liquid or processing material.
For their Joker juice.
And here's a fun question.
What did you say?
It's for their Joker juice.
Joker?
Have you never heard me ever call some mysterious substance
Joker juice.
I had someone send me this really good cat.
Fucking Joker juice.
I had someone tell me that the character I just designed looks like the cat. Guys, we found him.
It's lobster pot.
You said he
I
went
gotta-
mad. We're not doing that here, Dark. Well, I heard you start to say a question before we got distracted. What was it?
Here's a fun question. Will there be survivor OCs to fight Jsoull, or will they be killed before they even get a chance to reach him?
Of course there's gonna be some to fight me. What, do you think I'm fucking crazy?
Yes.
Why aren't you gonna kill them immediately after?
You'll see. You'll all see. Yeah, it's gonna be hidden
This one
behind
goes
the
a
body.
dude that called him a meth head, and then sent me this cat. I'm gonna make him into a meth head cat. It's gonna be so cool. It's gonna be so awesome. It's gonna be the shittiest edit.
I
ever.
rub meth crystals in someone's eyes.
How do you even get that many meth crystals? Like enough to rub in someone's eyes?
Here's something that I want everyone to know. Once I die and become cremated, I want someone to blow my ashes into Crinkle's eyes.
How fucking long will that be? He's like twice your age.
I don't know, in case I get assassinated.
Who the fuck is gonna assassinate you?
I can think of plenty of people. Mostly Asians.
I don't fucking get it. I don't get it. It's fucking crazy. Someone that should not be out in public spaces.
Maybe Jsoull has just a severe mental disorder. You ever consider that?
Referring to yourself in the third person, it's so much worse than I thought. Get this bitch
Jsoull,
a little bit
Jsoull,
fat.
Jsoull has problems. Jsoull.
What is that? The fucking? Is that the stream intro tune?
No, the stream intro tune is me screaming and smashing it. Okay, I'm not gonna go that far.
I like how you immediately stop yourself before you get to the funny.
Well, I mean,
Fucking
because there's some
coward
things
boy.
that I cannot say.
Okay.
Alright. The bounce isn't actually going to look like that because it's going to be hidden behind the golem. There he goes. He's just taking a nap. Mmm. Ah. Just delicious.
I think you're crazy. I don't know how people can tolerate sweet tea over like lavender chamomile.
I think maybe because other colors are just in territory that you're not ready to handle.
Fuck you, Arthur.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
Someone just
Oh.
DM'd me out of nowhere and said drug. And
What's wrong,
nothing
Dachi?
fucking else.
You get
Just
shot?
drug.
Did you get shot, Dachi? Tell me.
No.
Oh man. Why'd you have to get my hopes up? Here you are, just
What,
making
give me
everyone
your
feel
hopes up?
awful. One sec, I need to modify this shit. Fucking Flash making points when it's not supposed to. I hate
When you open
Flash.
Flash, it looks like a fucking like cactus.
Oh my god, Flash deleting entire objects because you delete 1 point. It's like the worst thing ever. It's worse than AIDS.
Oh, that's a tall claim.
Oh, I'm serious when I say it. If you have AIDS, okay, I'm not gonna go that far. I'm sorry.
You
I like
don't
how
want
you
to drink
immediately go to
that.
say something incredibly edgy and you hesitate because it might get you like fucking unlisted.
You don't
It might
want to
give
drink
him-
that.
You might give him super AIDS.
Yeah, he might get a package of AIDS in the mail tomorrow.
I'm gonna actually go grab
Just
my
a
package of
gallon.
AIDS. I'll be back.
A gallon of AIDS.
Somebody left this in the lost and found through data.
Hey, Mr.
Gallon
Gamer
of aid.
Signal.
Gamer signal?
Mr. Funny Gamer Signal. My favorite. What should
Welcome
I
to the
draw?
U.S. Army. How can I help you? I need some of that disease you guys invented. Crack, the other one. AIDS. That's the spice.
What should I draw?
You should draw a really polite monkey.
Okay, I love monkey. What do you think? Well, Darksignal, do you have anything you would like to know about?
Ah, liquid. I like liquid because it makes my bones feel nice and soft.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty weird, isn't it? Almost like madness is not a place for people who have peace. What the hell are you drawing, Dread?
I got asked to draw Polite Little Monkey by Dachi.
But I hate monkeys. I want to grab a monkey and crush it in my fist and just hit it until it's nothing but skin and blood.
I'm just at this point, you fucking cunt one. Give me something fun to draw. And I will draw it instead of Happy Little Monkey that everyone wants and thinks is cool. Except for you, I guess.
Maybe because people are just crazy. What the hell can I... What the hell's going on here? It's frozen on saving and I can't click on anything. I'm not sure if you guys can see that or not. I think you did. Give me a sec. Fucking... There we go. Piece of crap. There we go. Alright, the machete.
Or someone of my DMs.
Not sure what move I wanted to do exactly after this. Dark, should I have him pick up the body closest to his right hand? Yeah, I'll do that. But I also am lazy, but I have to do it. I have to do the fucking animation of him getting resurrected with the wires. That should be number... number 2. Where is he? There he is.
I had someone actually asked me to draw an X2 deal.
Go ahead. Okay, I'll start the resurrect there.
Joke's on him. I had made the design for him X2.
And there's gonna be bodies everywhere, and then Ammo has to take care of this monster before it grabs their eyeballs, and then does something really inappropriate.
You know, it's funny because Ammo usually the one's doing stuff with eyeballs.
And then the Wolf Walker takes all those bodies and
Wolf
puts on a
Walker.
puppet show.
The Wolf Walker's still the best name
He'll
ever.
do a puppet show for all the children in the other room.
Oh, that's so polite of him.
You know, I might actually... I might actually show that one part from Rider Revenge I was talking about earlier.
Please do. Because I have no fucking clue what you were talking about.
Oh my. Let me get done some more of this first.
I'm drawing down the fucking artifactual shirt, of course.
Beam bala beam. Save already. There we go. Okay, let me do this guy. This is different frames. All right. Let's move it over here. Do that. There we go. So, okay. Set it to play once. First frame. And then make the resurrect time on him. Actually, how long was the other one? Like a second and a half? 45 seconds?
9 million years.
Let me double check.
2 moments.
The resurrect on this guy was about 20 seconds, alright. Or 20 frames, Jesus.
20 seconds per frame.
20.
Actual fucking creature, Jesus Christ.
I thought he was gonna start beatboxing.
Demonic beatboxing. Jsoull
Flash
edition.
has a blackout crash on stream, starts beatboxing, and stream immediately.
Who would win in fight to death, Phobos or Jsoull?
In a beatboxing battle.
Well, does he mean like Abaddon and Phobos, or does he mean like me in real
Oh,
life?
he means you. He
Me
means
in
you.
real life? I mean, I don't fucking know, man. He has a sword.
What are you gonna
And
do?
you
Get
have
out the
a gun.
bitch, huh?
Oh yeah, I got a gun
how
with
tough
explosive
you are.
rounds that aim right for his open mouth, pull the trigger, and then he'll start dying, and then
I'll take a
Oh, he
sword.
can reflect gunshots and like.
Between
I don't know.
Abaddon and Phobos, who would win?
Probably Abaddon.
I'm not just saying that because I'm like, oh, my character is better times infinity and 1. I mean, because in Max 2, you'll see what I mean. And you're not going to be led on a hook for 18 years while you wait to see the summation of something I'm saying right now.
It's already been 5.
It's not been 5 years.
It's not been 5. It's almost been 5 years.
The fuck are you talking about? I've only been working on this movie for like 2 years, 2.5.
I know it's existed longer than that. I know I'm not fucking crazy.
Well, like there's earlier versions of it that never went anywhere. Like I was working on one version back when I was doing like Jailbreak, but that doesn't exist anymore. You're
Seems like
crazy.
people still have been
You're
working
crazy.
towards the
You're
same
just
goal.
like everybody else here.
You cuntbag, you've been working towards the same goal for almost that amount of time. So I'm not entirely.
I
fucking
definitely
wrong.
have not been working on this movie for 5 years.
You've been working towards the same goal, even if some went nowhere.
What do you mean
It still
same?
was going to be Max 2 in the end.
Well, Max 2 was a lot different in its earlier iterations. I made reference to this on a news post I made about 1.5 years ago on Newgrounds, where I mentioned, like, you know, the film started as just like another, you know, OCs getting killed thing, and now it's turned into something completely different. Something a lot better than that. Objectively better in every possible way. More fucking people are messaging me!
I'm messaging you, telling you that you should.
Two people message me, and I'm gonna make sure that they never see their wives or children.
I guess they didn't want to take their answer on the air.
Who? Where?
Hey, where can I send you a pipe bomb? Asking for a friend.
I'll ship a pipe bomb.
Nice. Tell my address now or later.
Omega says,
Could use
silly
the
Jsoull. Phobos can't open his mouth. It's bandaged up, wrapped in crusty old toilet paper. Probably his
Oh,
own
yeah.
toilet paper. Oh, you know, that'd be a really good analogy, because, you know, he likes smelling his own farts like the roses. But in this case, he's wrapping his own face with his own shit.
Oh yeah, we were talking about that while you were gone.
About, like, his darkly colored bandages?
Yes.
No, actually, they were asking why the lab coats were colored like toilet paper.
Toilet paper?
And then all the bandages came into the picture because they looked old and crusty because they were so dark.
Stop becoming evil Satan spawn, you're scaring the children. You're scaring the children away from Max 2 stream.
Why the fuck would I want children to watch this?
Because we were children when we watched this.
Oh yeah. So I can't wait for a child to see my movie, and then they start screaming and screaming and screaming, and then.
And then their parents kill themselves. Okay, that's really dark. I apologize. Jesus.
Apologize, guys. I said something kind of mean.
I said
Sorry.
something. Jsoull said something really mean, so you know he really meant it. And when he says sorry, he didn't actually mean that because he's a bully.
Someone ready to talk on this bitch.
Someone docks this bitch. Okay,
Which
Yeah,
don't.
which characters have the potential to get to Abaddon while fighting agents from your perspective?
Let me see. Potential to get to Abaddon. So you mean like in fighting through the invasion forces like N51 and Ammo?
Maybe.
Well, Abaddon doesn't actually... He isn't in the Megaplex for most of the movie. He gets sent in after most of the place is cleared out and ready to go. But in terms of, like, ones that could, like, face enough forces to eventually get to him... Rock Lukey stands a decent chance. Sarge's character, Verwus, is pretty tough. Scorpax guy is pretty good. Dr. Red, if he had most of his creations, could probably stand a decent chance.
Dr. Red if he has Dale as a meat shield.
Dr. Red with his assistant, if they had all their monsters on standby and they weren't already expending almost all their sleepwalkers and abominations trying to slow down the invasion force, they could probably at least get to him.
And that's why this joint operation is taking place, to keep Abaddon in peak fighting condition for the big one.
Exactly, because if it was just Ammo doing the invasion, there's a very likely chance that they wouldn't be able to clear out the entire Megaplex and get things ready for, you know, rolling out the red carpet for Abaddon himself. Because Abaddon needs to be an absolute peak, perfect, optimal
oiled up condition. Like they need to oil all of his joints. They need to, Windex his lenses.
So is Abaddon showing up to the Met Gala this year or next year?
Huh?
Never mind. I'll answer that question.
Ask your fucking question again before I kill you.
Is Abaddon showing up to the Met Gala this year or next year?
The mech who? The hell are you saying?
Never mind, you don't know what I'm talking about.
Oh my god, I'm gonna fucking strangle you.
Disregarding that for a moment, Omega Synth asks if you are still going to make the gunship after you're done with the walking tank. And even then, how should you approach that design this time so it doesn't become something else?
Wow, Omega, you're really being a piece of shit talking about that here. He spoiled things. He spoiled things really inappropriately. And now he'll never work for the movie ever again. Ever again. He'll never have a night of rest for the rest of his life. Every day he wakes up and realizes his mistakes. And every day he doesn't get a wink of rest. That's what I'm gonna fucking do to him. Let me tell you.
What the fuck is your deal, dog? What are you amped up on? Who gave you the fucking Joker juice?
I'm actually...
barrels.
I don't know, I'm just like this when I get really excited. Like when I have an opportunity to hurt someone really, in like a really personal
I
way.
throw up when I get really excited.
Good.
I'm like a dog. I'm like a fucking pug.
Ew.
A small breed dog.
You know what I am? I'm a dog chasing cars. I wouldn't know what to do with one if I caught it.
Oh my god, this is exactly what I'm fucking talking about. Look what happens here. This is a shape tween. All that's happening here, is I'm just changing the colors, right? I'm just changing the colors. Nothing else has changed. I did not move a single point. I did not move a single line. I did not draw anything. But look what happens in the middle of the fucking tween. Watch. Look at that. A chunk of it just disappears. And then it fills itself back in at the end. Just to prove, ready? This is one keyframe. One keyframe, ready? Second keyframe. Now all I'm gonna do is change the colors. Nothing else. I'm just changing the colors. And then look what it does. That's Flash. That's Flash for you. There is no excuse under the sun for that to happen. Not a single point is being moved. There's no reason why the object should physically change in any way whatsoever except for its colors. That is just fucking bullshit. Twins are fucking busted as hell.
I think you're gonna have to make a... We're gonna have to make a separate layer or something.
I already made it a separate layer and it still doesn't work.
Okay, then make it like a big fucking square and then mask it.
No, that's such fucking bullshit. I shouldn't have to do that.
It is, but you have to work with it.
Fuck that. I'm just gonna merge the wires together and see what happens.
Man, why not just us always how he fixes it? Always has a
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. I'm not gonna listen to someone who has better Flash experience than me because that means I'd be taking good advice.
Fine then, you dick meat, I'll go ask him.
Dick meat? No, I'm already fucking doing it. What, do you got like a brain aneurysm or something?
Obviously. I have to have one here.
You don't deserve peace.
I don't have a piece.
Peace was never an option.
It's just never a notion I had joining the stream. You don't usually walk into those people and grow the fuck up, you know?
When I grab the sides of a coconut and crush it so I can train when I actually do it to a real life
person. You might
person.
want to read what funny gamer signal said.
Gay signal.
Okay.
Fucking piece of shit. I gotta go fucking grab more colors. Oh yeah, is everyone okay with the music so far? If you want me to change it, just let me know. You guys hate it or not? Hey Flash, you wanna stop freezing when I hit save? Thanks.
It's trying to scare you just to make sure you're on fucking edge.
Can't click on anything. It's frozen.
Liam Quall asks, if you had a nickel for every time Flash broke on you, how rich would you be?
I wouldn't be animating, I'll tell you that. Actually, no, that's a bad statement because I don't even want to make money off the movie. I guess I would just have enough to where I could probably move to Montana or something. Build a nice
Hire
death cabal
other people
citadel.
animating for you.
No, I would want to do it myself no matter what. I wouldn't want other people to work for me.
Well, if we're talking about the blackout crashes this year, we're up to 39. One more and he'll have $2 whole.
$2 whole, $2 whole. Because it's a fucking piece of shit, that's why. Flash is inexcusably broken, especially in later versions. What were you saying?
So if we were to take that ratio and continue it for the next half of this year, and he makes $4 a year on average for how many times Flash absolutely breaks.
It's so beautiful. Where the hell's the other golem? Where'd I put this fat ass? There he is. Actually, let me just, there we go. And, that's him. Yeah, good. Looks like. Just start a little.
Some guy in the chat just hit me with a Reddit moment.
A Reddit moment? What the hell's that supposed to mean? I don't use Reddit, so I don't know what kind of terminology you're using. Is a Reddit moment like when someone becomes a pedophile or something?
Probably.
No, that's an amino moment.
Not to mean that.
Reddit is
No,
for
they're not
pedophiles.
amino? Jesus.
Oh, look out, it's a Madness Combat fan.
Run!
Hide your kids.
Hide your wife, hide your husbands.
And hide the dog.
Oh my god. Oh fuck.
Especially with what happened last year.
What happened last year?
You
You
know.
just have a roach. That was a noise like an actual fucking roach. I didn't even know you could like turn into a roach man hybrid.
I talk to the bugs sometimes because they like to crawl into my ear and lay eggs, and then my brain starts to tickle.
I think he's very fluid in bug, judging by events that happened in the past.
He is actually the fucking bugman creature.
Oh yeah, so fun
man.
So fun fact.
Hey, he's bugman warrior.
Let me want to tell him about. I'll even show him the image. I'll even do that just to traumatize everybody on stream. How about that?
Yes, show them the fucking image. It's my favorite image ever from the fucking next.
Let me find it.
The bug image.
The fucking box.
Oh, I forgot. Oh.
Okay, so for those who don't like bugs, you're probably gonna want to look away for a minute. I'm dropping it here. So basically, you know, springs come around and you get bugs sometimes. Sometimes you get ants in your house, right? And I always got a couple ants running across my desk now and again. And about 2 weeks ago, it was night. I saw a couple ants. You know, I spray them, I crush them, and then I go to bed. Wake up the next morning, and I'm using my keyboard, and I start typing, and then a bunch of, like, a dozen ants start running out from under my keyboard. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? And I lift up my keyboard.
Oh yeah, that!
And this is what I see underneath my keyboard. I screamed. Literally screamed. I screamed, holy fucking shit. There were...
Jsoull, you don't have to hire assistants from X2 anymore. You got it right under your keyboard.
Got a little ant army.
You're right there.
You're gonna need to design him like a little mind control helmet.
What is so bizarre? It's like these ants have infinite places to build a nest, right? Like in the ground, in the walls,
Infinite ant glitch.
under the floor maybe, or like anywhere outside of my house. But they choose to not only enter my house, but then go up my desk,
across and then underneath my keyboard to build their nest. The most obtrusive, bizarre.
Your Cheeto dust created an entire ecosystem.
I keep my desk clean. I don't keep any crumbs on my desk. I don't even know what the hell they were eating.
You're literally eating your desk every time I've seen you in PC.
Well, yeah, but like I keep it clean. Like I brush off the dust later in like a
I
little
know,
bag.
there's still gonna be like sucrose and glucose.
And,
shit
like
still
this
left behind
this
in
nest must have
my
formed
personal-
in like within like 24 hours because it was not there the night where I went to sleep. This is just disgusting. It made me want to fucking kill people. So what I did is, after this, I went on a little genocide outside with my chickens, and we destroyed every single ant nest, every single one. We saw them
I
trying
thought
to
you were about
evacuate
say
the
every
babies.
home surrounding your house.
We lit the babies
need
on
to see
fire.
What does that mean?
Huh?
Some guy in the chat is asking, will be burger full?
What?
What does that mean?
That's the best question we've ever gotten.
Will be burger full?
Are you just completely insane?
I like that guy. That guy. I hope he returns to the stream and asks us if we'll be prideful.
I'm sure he meant an actual question. Oh, will be burger full? I need a screen clip of that. Hang on. That's a name I haven't heard in forever. How are you, Happy Days?
Happy Days. I
Oh,
thought
yeah,
he
that
died.
motherfucker. Hi, Happy Days.
Mr. Penis Remover. Mr. Bitchless.
Mr. Scrody Removal Service? Oh my god. For free?
Sounded like a baby getting punted.
Well, I
Sounded
know,
like a
you know,
duck
I did that
running
enough
away
to
for
know
help.
what it sounds like.
Holy shit.
Yo, how about
that's
you
a
replicate the
40.
sound of that instead of sounding like a duck? You already sound like a bird every other time you speak.
Sometimes birds show up and they start making noises.
I mean, I'd hope so. Because birds stop making noises, maybe you have a fucking problem.
Birds, 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 birds. Who doesn't like a few birds? Here's the old alpha sprites from X2. LK Gross updated these. Also, his eyes look weird here because I was trying to match up the positions on them for doing different expressions. I lose all my drawing skills. I forget who made the starting sheet.
How old are these? 2020?
Yeah. Pretty fun, right? Who doesn't like robots? Animate CPU
Especially that
usage is up
visual.
to 18 gigs. 18 gigs. There's one called Apple Guy. What the hell's this? Oh, this dude. He's actually almost unrecognizable given how much of an improvement this is based off of his actual characters based off of. Does anyone here recognize him? You probably won't.
Dog, that's like asking me to find Waldo in a fucking... You know what, actually I'm not gonna say that.
What were you gonna say? Something inappropriate?
Yeah, I don't want you to get demonetized, you know?
Just showing off a few character sprites to see some guys are gonna be in the movie. Actually, ATP's heads are on a different sheet, but I don't know where I put them. But his body's like this.
He recently updated his character to look a little bit better.
He can go fuck himself. I'm not updating my sprites.
I think you should piss blood.
I think you already do.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
I poisoned you
What are you
enough to make
talking
sure that would
about?
happen. The
I
cursed
think you
poison.
should burn in the fiery pits of hell. And I'm gonna come down there in the hell and we have a fist fight.
Hey, Dark, you give me my cursed poison.
You cursed it yourself.
The cursed poison.
That's horrifying. I just got asked 1 or 2 in my DMs.
In
Also had
reference-
someone tell me to tell you that you have fucking bird legs.
What?
Someone being Scorpack told me that you have bird legs, and that you walk around like a chicken.
What the hell's that even
Whenever you
supposed to be
speak,
in
it sounds
reference
just
to?
like a bird. You're actually the Birdman hybrid.
No, I think he's just smoking crack.
Where the fuck would you even get crack in Britain?
Are you serious with that question?
I don't know. I don't go out much.
It's Britain. They have a huge opioid crisis right now, just like America.
Really? Oh god. I thought that was just an us thing. I didn't know it was that fucking bad. Jeez.
No, we all got problems.
We all got problems with opioid.
Have you looked at Ohio?
I don't want to look at Ohio. It's somehow worse than where I'm from.
We're gonna dox you. We're gonna dox you. Hope you're ready.
I just had someone change their name to Will Be Burgerful. Like they just changed the fucking title to Will Be Burgerful.
No, please, anything but that.
Will Be Burgerful. Oh, I love him. I'm gonna go
Why
and
does
fuck
that have to happen
sleep
to us,
after
Dark?
this.
Like that's a good glow effect for when they're being highlighted, and then they're gonna be like little electrical arcs and flashes on them in addition to that. Just a little highlight around their body, or should I have the interior glow be bigger?
You should explode into like a million pieces, like violently. But also, yeah, the interior glowing would be kind of nice.
Is that better?
I do like it. I think it was. But that's just me. I mean, you have an entire fucking chat. You should probably ask them at some point.
But they're not the
Because, I
ones
mean-
making the actual fucking movie, you know.
Yeah, they're gonna be the ones consuming it. Having their input might make it better.
What are you talking about? You're crazy.
Okay.
You should give the chat soup.
Yeah, you should give them soup that's been poisoned with like 90 million laxatives. And then lock the door behind you.
That's kind of horrible, even for me.
That's crazy.
Oh, so that's where you draw the line, Mr. Bugs crawl in my head and tickle my brain.
Yeah, I have my limits.
Okay. Okay.
Fuck, I hate when Flash doesn't register when I hit F6 and I'm fucking up my momentum. It's horrible. Actually, I want this guy to do something else. I'm gonna have him get bent backwards. Like he's gonna get his ass fucked or something.
What the fuck? What's wrong with you? That's so
Well, I could
awful.
say a lot of
can't believe
things
you'd-
are.
I can't believe you'd say that.
I mean,
This
Jesus.
is the worst thing you've ever said in the history of ever.
Forever and ever.
Like the time that you told everyone my IP address.
Oh yeah, I did that. And then you're gonna be forced to work on Max 2 until you're dead.
What happens after Max 2? Do I just die?
Probably.
Like a fucking worker bee, they just die after they're done?
That's the plan.
L. I don't know who's gonna be working on your next shit then, dog.
I'm trying to have this guy do like electric ground slam or something.
Have him remove their brains with his bare hands. But like telepathically, I think that'd be cool.
Well, first he's using the
Protect
dead
them
bodies
and
as
make them play
proxies.
Fortnite.
Huh?
Fortnite.
Yeah?
You're playing Fortnite?
No, I'm playing Dark Souls.
Good. Means you actually
Dude,
have
you
like
were
some kind of
Fortnite?
soul. Get
I
it?
currently have 54,308 souls.
Remember the first time I played Dark Souls, I ended up playing with some hacker? But I,
The
like it wasn't
servers
on
are
intention. Like
down,
we
and
just
they
brought
have
in,
been for
we brought in someone.
forever.
He gave me the mask of the father, and then we killed. Like he killed the Drake in like one hit, and like the undead Berg or whatever.
Hmm.
I got all the souls from that.
The servers are down and have been for like the last couple of months ever since Elden Ring came out. So, you know, no invasions, nothing. And I already finished the game once, but I'm going for another playthrough because I didn't play the Artorias DLC.
I probably did that intentionally, make sure no one could ever play the game ever again, forever. I eat sand for breakfast, it says. The Surge is a better Dark Souls, except the sequel. Have you played The Surge, Dachi?
No,
Oh my.
never heard of it actually.
Neither, dog. But this guy enlightens us.
Darren asked me... What? Darren asked me, what do you animate, Jsoull? What the fuck kind of question is that?
You good, Darren? Everything alright over there, bud?
Darren, I love you
stupid,
so
bro.
much, but sometimes you say strange things. Okay, we're gonna wrap up the stream soon, but before that happens, I do want to show off that one particular thing. Let me go grab it.
You're finally gonna show it off? What I think you are? You are.
Just the reference to the thingamajiggy. Hopefully I don't get any YouTube advertisements talking about... Oh god. Subway Surfers, the animated series, excuse me? That iPhone game I played back in middle school on the bus?
L.
That's crazy. Alright, give me a minute. Rather Revenge. Oh, cool. There's no crazy things. No. Dark, have you seen Rider Revenge?
Nope.
Me
Okay, I'm
dog.
going to show you a couple highlights. Now,
No,
just to
don't.
clarify.
Do not.
What?
Do not.
Why not? I'm going to show it on the stream so everyone can enjoy it. Is it the right render capture? Nope. Time to switch my capture. There we go.
What's the screen like?
Hey, you better stop or else I'm going to kill you.
I think you should jump off a bridge, but like at a distance to where I can still watch you. You know?
That's horrible.
I know it is.
Now, Dark, to be, like, before we end this, you at least need to see a couple parts. It's not painful bad, it's just, like, really funny.
We have different criteria for what we consider.
You would
really
find
fun.
this funny. Come on. You have to at least give it a shot. If you don't, then everyone else here will just see it, and you'll be left alone forever. But real quick, can you guys hear this on the stream? I'll play a couple seconds, make sure your brains work. Alright. Now, if everyone in the stream sees and hears that, we will continue.
Alright, I'm ready to see this godly abomination. Oh yeah, those motherfuckers. Forgot to do those.
Yeah, you need to do these, and if you don't, Shoot the Cheese is just gonna do them himself.
Please don't. It's some of the only work you give me.
I'm gonna let Cheese do it, and you're gonna work on the doctor guy instead.
Never. I'm gonna piss on your grave.
Ew. Okay, so
Fuck you.
just to clarify, this animation's like a decade old, right? Like this came out in like 2012. So this is not representative of DJ and his current work. DJ has massively improved since then, but like his old animations were like shockingly dark in like really weird, abstruse ways. Like I'll show you what I mean. Like here. Like what happens next is something that I joke about doing, but I don't actually do in the movie. But he actually did it here. Watch.
Why does it say RIP 2012 2019?
That just happened. That just happened in the movie. A woman with her baby was shot in the fucking face. The baby's dropped on the ground. It starts to cry, and the dude shoves the AK-47 right in the baby's face and fires. And the worst part, you find another dead baby later that's also shot in the face. It's horrible. Let me get this part. Ready for another dead kid? Here we go. The voice acting here too.
like the perspective. I like the fucking perspective of how the kid just turns cardboard. The way he just fucking turns to
No,
cardboard.
no, just the scream in the background. Listen. No.
No, he just fucking flaps over. Why he like that?
Oh fuck. Yeah, Zap. The music in this one's pretty good, but some of the things that happen in it are ridiculous. I also have to give serious commendments to DJner for the body count. Like, this has more people getting shot than any Madness animation that's ever come out, I think. Like, it borders Zionic Madness, or might even succeed it. Especially with what happens later. And look, another dead woman shot in the face and a baby shot right in the face. A dead baby right there. It's crazy.
What Calwar just said is kind of scary.
I don't think DJner has a gripe against babies. I'm pretty sure he's married and has a kid.
I think this was prior to him having a kid, though.
It's
Isn't that
pretty
like
good.
2018, 17?
Just take a deep breath. Especially with what happens next. Now this is the part where the kill count starts to get a little wacky, and there's also more goofy choices made. You'll notice. Especially the pain sound effects people have. So they rotate between these two pain sound effects every time they get hurt. And the way that the main characters animate with a laser gun, especially in the following two rooms, looks like someone dragging the mouse cursor around. You'll notice especially in this room here.
I want to think Wanford's gone. No, he isn't. I literally see talking about building PCs all the time.
Like, fuck, even I don't have this many dead people in a room of Max 2 yet. Fuck. Yeah, it is
Imagine
crazy.
running
Look
that
at this
here.
shit. He just zooms all over. I need to get on DJner's level.
Imagine running this shit on the lowest end laptop ever and just having it crash as soon as you open it.
Yeah, I don't
The
even know
fucking
how
body.
DJner managed to do this, given how shitty Flash can be. Like, there's so many fucking symbols and bodies. No!
He really likes doing flips to dodge.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of flips in these parts.
Fucking circus act.
Here we go. There's like a really weird move where like he stays mid-air and then okay, yeah. That one's really weird. So it's the last guy here he kills. Yeah, so he does like a jump kick, lands on him, and he flips upside down, stabs him twice upside down, then flips right back over and kicks him in the face.
I like how his neck looks during other, like his head in relation to the body and how like disconnects just to do that.
Hmm. Uh-oh.
What the fuck with those eyebrows?
Now here's the dramatic conclusion.
Or
Actually,
is there
this
an unborn
originally,
child in the next room?
originally this guy was going to be Dr. Red's assistant, but I actually want this guy to show up somewhere else alongside those glass fishbowl soldiers. Here
Let
it
me
is.
design them. It would be very fun.
Just the no! They get shot in the head. Just God. Bye. Oh, that is just delicious. Just,
I don't know why I was kind of expecting another baby to die at the end.
Like he pulls a baby out of like a test tube and starts
Yeah, he
crushing
like pulls
it.
a baby out of his pocket just to shoot it.
I mean, I would expect that too. To be fair,
I knew I wasn't alone.
shit's whack. But yeah, like Rider Revenge is like one of the oldest fan madness series, and for what it is actually pretty good. But there's some parts like that that are just like really funky. Like D-Jenner, I love you, but like shooting a baby in the face? What the hell, man? Even I don't do that. I just show people being dipped in boiling water.
I can't get over the fucking Patrick Bateman grunt. I legitimately hate looking at that thing. I don't know why I agreed to make it.
Cal
You
Moore,
didn't even make it right. The eye patch is in the wrong way. You flipped the head.
you
Yeah, I
suffer.
didn't
You
correct
suffer
it.
and scream. Also, I agree with Calamore when he says it's like he's being carried by a fizz gun by a Gmod animator.
He's obviously made an SFM.
Oh, man. It is pretty funny.
I think you're crazy.
Such things are shocking and outrageous by nature. Imagine how dizzy you would be from all that flips, says I eat sand for breakfast. Well, I think we're just about done for this stream. We
Hey,
got to
Goober
show off,
Soul.
we got to show off cool stuff. We got to scream at each other. I got to talk about ants.
And dead babies.
And we got to see some work that our other collaborators are doing. Are there any final words that you people want to give? First up, Dachi.
Nothing, really. Hope
Die.
you guys had fun.
Die. Dreadman.
I love being on the stream. You guys are all goobers, though, especially you. You're like king of the goobers.
Goofy
He's a
goobers.
goofy goober.
You're
Ah!
a fucking goober.
I got you,
It's the
motherfucker.
thing.
And last but not least, Darksignal.
Remember, kids, Jsoull does not endorse burning children, no matter how much he says it.
Yes, don't do anything I say on these streams, or else I can be held legally accountable for if you commit a terroristic act.
Jay Goober, before you go, I will probably be sending the fucking concept shit for the rest of these degenerate entities.
DJ Jenner.
Just fucking roll with it. I'll probably send you the rest of the shit later at some point today.
If you're doing the
after
fishbowl
I'm done
guys, I'd
with
rather
the
you
long
actually just
fucking
design a
aftermath.
body for them, because I want to keep the heads almost identical.
I know, let me do my magic, bitch.
BJ Jenner!
Someone needs to replace the voice in the very first Madness song. Replace DJ Birdie with DJ Janner.
DJ Jenner! That would be kind of funny.
But don't do anything I say on these streams. Too late, I'm already amassing a chicken army from a Megasin.
DJ Jenner.
Is proof that the Czechs are just completely insane.
You're proof that all Americans are insane, if that's anything to go by.
They'll kill people.
You're gonna
let me
think we
tell you.
fucking like beat our desks and have ants crawl out of them.
I
and
hate ants. I want to kill every ant that ever existed in the entire world, and then I'm gonna start strangling people.
Where are you
But
like?
the ants come first.
Oh wait, Dachi. I think I have your
Yeah.
character here. Wasn't his name? Yeah, this is him. Obviously, he need to be updated a little bit.
Faggot.
Well, that won't be my job.
It's your job to fix him.
I can,
No, you don't
We
need to
got keys for
redesign
that.
him.
if I ever actually fucking get my hands on like actually on a sprite, I will attempt to help you.
I'm exclusively the hair guy for now.
Hair? What if I shave your
Yeah.
head?
I've
Don't-
done it
don't
several
go
times.
bald.
You can't hurt me.
But
Don't make
why?
him go bald.
Such a cruel, evil thing. I sincerely hope all you had a good time on the stream. I'll probably be streaming sometime next month, probably around the 20th. We'll see what happens. We got
As
some shit to
always.
do in June. Alright. Have a good time, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Goodbye
Oh, good
forever.
fuck-